Alrighty then. Hello guys. Welcome. Hope we're all doing good. Kicking it off a bit early today. Just because I'm not really doing anything else at the moment, so I figured why wait, right? I'm just doing some queues. I'm on a ridiculous win. I don't know whether I should call it a win spree at the moment, but I've played probably 40 to 50 matches since the last stream, and I've won probably 44 of them. Seriously, I'm probably 44 wins, 6 losses, something like that. Pretty crazy. Some of it was duo. It's obviously all off-season, unranked, dead of night EU or whatever, but it's pretty abusive playing good builds at that period of time, so it's pretty funny. Anyway, the current build I'm on, this was going to be like a little pre-stream kind of early, footage thing, but I figured I'd do some commentary as well, just because I want to talk a little bit about the build. This is what I'm now in love with Mirage. This is what I genuinely think is the strongest Mirage build in the game at the moment. And it's only a slight click different. Basically, this is almost identical to the previous most excellent build that I continue to run. So basically, when people realized CI and Mantra Synergy, they started spamming those. But that was still always, I could still win my 1v1s against CI Mirages and stuff. I didn't really play very much CI Mirage. I only played it to understand it, right? But I still largely stayed on Bountiful builds. Well, this is like the ultimate Bountiful Disillusionment build, which also is shining more since CI has been deleted, essentially, right? So, yeah, I really, really believe in this build. The rune, so is Wanderer Radiance. Radiance runes is what I'm currently in love with. Really nice health cushion on there. Excellent boon duration. The Chaos Aura duration is incredible as well. Then on top of that, you've got the double Chaos Storm synergy for all your boon duration. Bountiful Disillusionment. And then the other tech choice, we're running Reflect instead of Blinds. And yeah, I'm running triple manipulations, but not manipulation traded, you'll notice. So my intro here has been really rubbish because I've been showing you guys the build. Also, I'm amazed how aware this Necro was. I can't fight here anymore because I'm going to be 2v1, so I need to pull back. My camera did something kind of weird there. We're just going to shatter that randomly out there to give ourselves vigor. Yeah, look, we're going to be massively outnumbered here. There isn't actually a fight going on in mid. They're all just looking at me here. I was trying to get onto no port, but I never made it in time. This is actually the 4th player I'm interacting with now. So he just took Plasma, which he wants for his +1 over there, which he's too late for, so that's fine. We just go far. And we're going to farm the respawning people that just died in mid. We're going to neutralize, bait them in, and then we'll just win. But yeah, I am running Illusion of Life. I think you can win pretty much any 1v1 you really care to win at the moment. You can struggle win mirrors a little bit, but you can win it with one utility skill down. This is honestly just such a strong combo. It's ridiculous. But my playstyle's actually changed. I actually think mechanically, it's not going to happen on the stream because I never stream really to the fullest of my capabilities. But I actually think mechanically I've improved a fair click lately. Just in the way that I've been using Mind Rack and Cry of Frustration on Bountiful builds. Fuck's sake. I didn't realize this guy was so squishy. Or that he was running fucking classic Sikkim Worldly Impact for 16k. That's very weird. I also didn't realize Barrage was going to hit me so hard. But yeah, this build's really, really, really good. So, yeah, and hopefully I'll show you a little bit of that. But, yeah, that's pretty annoying. I can't, go online, talk about how strong a build is, and then get Worldly Impacted. The problem is, if I stream, I don't know, I start focusing on other things. Yeah, knock on wood, exactly, right? But I will show you guys. This is very good. It's still going to struggle against Weaver, but that's what Scrapper exists for. I mean, good Weavers. So, if I had more mobility, I'd go for the steal, but instead I'm just going to go for the neutralization. There, he just wildly impacted it again. He's going to think he can kill us because of his easy kill a second ago. We're out of range there, which is pretty annoying. But we should be fine. We're expecting him to aggress us in a second, so we'll just hold a Chaos Storm for a second. It's fine, we'll take the full cap. He has to know he can't win this. We'll see. He might go for it. Frustrated, thanks very much for the sub, man. I really appreciate it. So we're just going to dodge to get them to Abbott. Okay, he's cleared him out. That's fine. We can take the full cap. Early Scepter 2. We shatter before the clones pop so that we get Infinite Horizon, but we keep the boons. So here I'm going to divert at the end of his Worldly Impact this time, because we know that he's pretty much gunning purely for that. So now he's down on Sikkim and everything. Did he manage to GS2 us through the wall there? That's kind of insane. So we got a big distort here. Look at my boon uptime right now. So they got the res. so we have to pull back and get right out of the barrage here. I'm actually going to kill the smoke scale just to get it off of us. He just sickened again. He unmerged sickened. Oh, fuck, the holo came. Alright, I was not expecting that either. Okay, my team's just getting cleaned out, alright? So, we'll do another game, alright? We're just getting cleaned out. I didn't even realize the state of the map here. What the fuck? Literally, I'm genuinely serious. I've probably won 46 to 44 games out of 50, right? So it's very rare to experience this. I mean, we've been basically no value this game. But literally, what the fuck? Why is it the second that I stream, all of a sudden I get just like shitty games? I mean, this is still winnable, probably, if I can split them properly. Ridiculous. Wait, just 20 more days? 20 more days for what? I did not expect Elixir S Holo coming super deep aggressive over here. I mean, they have the luxury to do it. Look, everybody's just getting farmed, so we basically have to be really aware. So early Scepter 2 again. He dodges, but that's fine. Not particularly intimidated by Holo. We dodged the second packet of Corona. We've been plus by Thief. We're going to come all the way up on the cliff here. He got the Daggerstorm cripple, which is lame. Divert on his plasma consumption, if that's what he was going for. He's not going to know what to do. He's going to try and backstab, but it's impossible because we're against the wall. He's on DP. So he's just going to sit there. He should be on short bow, cluster bombing and choking guessing. We just saw his nameplate there. Basically, this is normally an okay value play for me because I'm definitely holding 2 right now. But the odds of my team getting out on the map are very, very, very low. We're still in combat, so that's probably with the Holo. Here we can proc Scepter 2 off of the jump shot, which is really good. And move away from the second tick of Corona on that one. He's on AED, which is really good for us. Because he can't sustain this pressure on this build. And I'll show you why. It's because one of the miners, before his next AED comes up, he might get like 1 cycle because of Elixir S, right? This buys him time for his next AED. We've got Core Guard coming, so we need to put out. Core Guard was outranged. Holo's the main threat now. Range damage. Probably fuck us up. We can walk out of the symbol. There's a lot of space on this. What we're mostly concerned about is GS2 right now. GS5, sorry. Not 2. Okay, he never managed to land. Oh, we did proc it. We did proc it. That's fine. This guy's going to have loads of cleanse, so we actually can't go deep here. We're going to pull all the way across and bait a JI. Never mind, he died. But they took the beast. Holo's probably going to come back, so we're going to phase retreat up. He is already there. And divert. Got a good proc on the Chaos Storm there. He has a lot of stabs, so basically we're banking on the overheat kill here. He's Elixir S. We could have 2v1 those guys easily. We'll try to play a real game, shall we? That's hilarious. We neutralized the map there. Let's try again. Can you dodge jump onto that? Yeah, you can. It's a really good spot, Grim, as well, because you're actually kind of off the minimap when you're on that spot. Right? It's kind of like on Colosseum. There's a spot you can AFK where you're off the minimap. So people don't necessarily, like, if you just glance, if you're like in the heat of the fight in a ranked queue or whatever, there's not much communication. Someone glances, they see that they've got allies around there, but they don't see what the target is or the icon or anything like that. It's a really, really nice spot. There is a better spot there, which is if you can do the archway jump. You're okay at jumps. From what I've seen from some of your footage, I don't know whether it's just because you practice very specific ones, but you're one of the only decent players at a certain legacy jump. So you might want to practice on that node. You might want to practice the archway jump there, which is just like superior to everything. It's really fucking strong. Forest is amazing, but that's a really nice spot, that one that I was showing there, because you do get a lot of space. You get a lot of like horizontal movement, like to get out of like if a Scourge pushes up and puts a shade on there, you can nearly always like kite out of the shade but stay off the nav mesh. Stuff like that. Well, I mean, one thing I think that's beautiful about Guild Wars is like a hard spot becomes a better spot the more practiced you are at it, right? Because the harder the spot is, if you can still do it cleanly, the less chance someone will follow you. So, like, especially on Mirage, where I can, like, blink up the side or whatever, I prefer going there to, like, you know the ramp, you know the cliff, like the standard one? Like, when I played Fresh Air for a very long time, I would always go up that, because super speed, the jump's really easy or whatever. But people are too used to that ramp spot, especially on EU, right, where people play a bit better, they're used to this stuff. Like, that ramp isn't that great. It's good for, you know, actually free casting onto the node or whatever. But nowadays, if I'm in a -1 situation in a side node capacity, I really do like that cliff a little bit more. I'll tell you what as well, guys. I don't know how long this queue will take, so let's do it from Hot Join. One of my other favorite things to do right now, and I've really been keying into the strength of it on Forest, is the other node, the other side. I can't remember what they're called. We were looking at Henge there, so the other one's mine. So we go to the red team. I hate how it's red team on the left, blue team on the right, but on the map, it's the blue team on the left, the red team on the right. That's really weird. Anyway, one of the nicest things for any Mirage players out there, I can't believe I just had that queue. Like, what the fuck? Obviously, there's so much you can do here. Like, this map's just, like, such a fucking playground. I don't actually like this spot very much, just because you're susceptible to, like, if you kite through the, wait, why am I fucking this up? You can go through in this direction, can't you? Yeah. You can still be, like, max melee cleaved and shit through the wall by a lot of stuff. So I don't really favor that much. For a long time, I favored, like, this area, you know, and, like, getting used to this jump and this jump. I know of this one, but I hardly ever use it. And obviously the rock. This is all kind of nice, but people know it too well, right? Like, Hollows even know to stand here and jump shot under my cursor. They even know to do this, right? Like, it's used too much. But my favorite thing to do, actually, on this map right now is, I know that this isn't a particularly novel thing, but especially on Mirage, right? Like a phase retreat up here. This is a beautiful steal spot. If someone steals to you, they'll get port bugged, right? And they'll go underneath, right? If they're anywhere near the node, right? What they have to do is really aggressively come around the side for their TP to work, or like a rev port or whatever, or a JI. So these posts are really good, but what's really strong about this is when you drop down and immediately return. And then you can drop down and immediately return, or you can even drop to here and immediately return. When you don't have enough ports back up, this is so nice. Like, my favorite thing to do is actually stay on this post. If it's like a Weaver or something, you wait for the Polaric to put them to the bottom of the post or whatever, and you can just free cast for ages. They have to, like, kite off to the side. Then you can get on the nodes, take your decap value, and just go back to free casting. This is, like, such a good, like, little node here. So this is my favorite thing to do at the moment on Mesmer. But Mesmer's just kind of busted on this map. There's just so much fun shit you can do. I'm getting much more used to this port here. On this map, just like, you're just looking for anyone that's a little bit too melee oriented. You just drop down and blink up, and then you drop down and you blink up. What a fun class. What a fun map. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm just kind of killing time here until this queue pops, guys, and then we'll get started with the master stuff. So if you guys have got any topics you want to talk about or anything, let me have them. Yeah, Mesmer is very, 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 very strong. My favorite stuff about Mesmer is all the mobility tools. My favorite stuff is Blink and Jaunt and Illusory Ambush, which I've obviously subbed for Illusion of Life here, but, you know. You know, nothing feels cleaner than a high RNG Illusory Ambush with a Blink, like, Jaunt phase retreat to literally cross an entire map, like, almost instantly on a fucking Mesmer or something. I was actually playing a Mimic build the other day as well. I was double casting Blink and, like, Illusory Ambush at the end. You can basically get to the... On this map, if you go side gate, you can go, like, Blink, Blink, Illusory Ambush as they're here, and, like, get to the node before them. Their own node. I'm not joking. You can get to their own node about the same speed as them. As long as they've not ported themselves, you know. It's like a warrior or some shit capping it. And, you know, that's not of much strategical value, and blowing your entire utility bar before you go in isn't a good idea, but it's kind of just a fun thing to see, you know. Plus, if you get in early enough, you can, and if you're confident about your survival, that's really going to be more matchup oriented. But if you do that, you can basically free win mid for your team. Because people aren't thinking as deeply as you are a lot of the time, right? So, like, if your enemies see you, if they're here and they see you, they'll fight you. You'll like happily be -2 for a while, right? And there's like one poor fucker that's gonna wander over to mid, making the efficient play, and he's just gonna get bodied, right? Meanwhile, you're just like kiting around. So it's just so strong to be able to get there quickly, because so few players like are even looking or whatever. You know, they once they've got their plan, they're very stubborn, right? So you want their plan to be kill you. You don't want them to stubbornly walk to mid. You don't want them to stubbornly cross beach. You want them to just immediately be distracted. Problem is, Mirage isn't, you know... Spellbreaker can really do some godly shit when it's super in some very low minus numbers. Weaver can as well, because they've just got so much hard mitigation. Mirage actually doesn't have as much hard mitigation as people think it do. It can boon and it can tank the fuck up and it gets lots of like small evade frames, but it's nothing compared to like full counter GS3 dodge, and then like Bulls Rush, full counter dodge, and then rinse and repeat, and then Rampage for a massive fucking storm mechanic, and then there's, you know, like, Rampage isn't hard mitigation, admittedly, but, you know. When WP comes online and you immediately switch to his stream, what does that even mean? What do you mean? What am I not explaining very well? Smith says there's also a stuck spot on the other node in the pillars. You got bugged there a lot. Yeah, one advantage. Now, I'm not actually advocating this, and I wish, you know, I've been saying for a long time I want the devs to do a pass on the maps, all right? So I'm not actually advocating this. Shit, we didn't. But this spot is kind of nice, because if you fall in the wrong way on this iron, you are in a /stuck situation. It's like in here, I think. No, it's not in there. There's a certain spot in there, though, that when you're in it, that's it, you're in it. And you're screwed. So, you know. Probably more maps should be like Colosseum, as it now is. You know, transparent, clear what the kites are, why they're there, how to get to them. CI is disabled. What do you think ArenaNet will change it to? I think it'll be an on-interrupt trait again. I think that they like those in the lines, you know, like power block is in the domination line. I think we'll continue to have a GM, an interrupt-oriented GM for the chaos line instead. Oh, by the way, the whole boon duration thing, right? Chaotic persistence. Outgoing boon duration increases for every boon on you. So basically what this is a compounding effect when you build boon duration on your setup, right? So like Radiance is like very, very, very strong boon duration, even more than Leadership, right? And so what that means is, like, you kind of get double value almost, right? Because you've got the stab is on you longer, which means the chaotic persistence 2% is on you longer for the other stuff, which means that, you know, it just sort of rolls up. And then obviously condition duration rolling on top of that as well. But yeah, anyway, that's one of the reasons why Radiance is kind of nice. Or why I'm sort of in love with it a little bit at the moment. You miss my YouTube content? Well, I've been wanting to do a video about skills and stuff. Look, we're almost through the 90 days, and then I'll be reassessing how I'm doing things. Adding a cooldown would be a quick fix. Yeah, but the thing is, they clearly have a broader idea in mind. If you actually read their quote, you'll see that they're looking at a larger system change about on-interrupt procs and the way that Mirage is... Mesmer is working in general. I think next patch we'll see Illusionary Persona be removed from Mirage, which will be a really nice clip down for this. Another good nerf, I think. So you get Illusory Persona for being a Mesmer, basically. And you lose it for Elite Specializing. This guy wants to do 4-1, but I actually disagree. Mostly because I'm not confident team fighting with him. And look at this wanker, this fucking DH pushing far. So we're just going to let our Ellie die in mid. Have fun. So here we're going to Warlock and immediately round the corner. He's on Scepter. Okay, he got blown up. We'll just leave. The idea there was to ruin his Warlocks, but get ours. We'll get our Vigor rolling. Why am I stealthed? That's very strange. I don't have any stealth. It's the Thief stealth does. Did he Blinding Powder? I was really scared of a retarget there. I'm on ambush, not fucking Illusion of Life. Fuck. I blame you guys for that. That was a demonstration right there. Okay, can I please trigger my team? We actually can't compete with that because that might transfer to us. So we're going to create a massive gap as soon as we can. That was a big consume conditions for him. It's quite aggressively off the node there, which is actually good for us. We can parry the axe too. He's probably dead because he's running in Torment and he's very far away. Our Ellie just meteor showered randomly. And because I disengaged far, the guy died. I should have known he would. But he pushed far on a glassy build. I don't know what he wants from me. And I can't, like, save him every time. Actually, one of the things I'm most scared of right now is Condis. So the mirror match is actually kind of scary. With the way that, basically the way 90% of other Mirages on EU are going much more aggressive with the, like they're going illusions and they're just going big damage, which means they win the mirror, basically. They lose almost everything else, but they kind of win the mirror. The Hollow's still here. I'm actually going to take target on that over there and go through the wall. That's actually good RNG. I was most expecting us to go to the bottom of the ramp there. Basically, this low health Necro, you can think of our movement there as ensuring that he gets kind of low there. Thing is, he's not... We really wanted to kill for some momentum in mid there. I can't do anything to save my friend either. This is actually really annoying. I really want Illusion of Life. It's like one of the main things to carry with. So this guy gets decapped, so I don't have to move anywhere. I'm not showering very well at all here. So we just do a really early distort here because I don't want a Thievery to kill me. So we can ruin his Arcane Thievery with that. And again, we need to force a D-target. That fucking terror is insane. So weapon swap there to get rid of the Torment. My ally needs to help. He's not. Also, he's a Starfelly. Also, they have a respawn, so it's pretty much impossible. So I'm going to disengage. This guy's wasting time going to swords. So I'll decap him in the meantime. Well, it's maybe not a waste of time. I could have pushed against the sword with, like, Jaunt, but it would have been dicey. I think I can kill him anyway. Even with 20% modifiers on him, I think I can win it. So he's coming with his stealth, so we get our boons rolling on these. And this is the most efficient way to use these, by the way, on the precast. So we get an early kill. Fucking 0 heat Prime Light Beam off the bat. It's not a good play, but it might be enough to stop me getting the cleave. Oh, we do have ambush. That's good. Alright, we've got this. This is fine. He'll instantly melt again. Especially if we get the heal. We did. So I'll distort stomp this now. And we killed the other guy trying to res. And the Hollow's probably going to die to my teammates. So we go far. Why is he here again? I don't get it. You want to play something glassy, you don't push far. It's pretty simple. I can't save you. More important to take this. He's a Guardian, so he can symbol himself in downstate. And we really don't want to let this guy escape right now. I can't stomp this because it's a Mesmer. So we have to come here. There's a rally. The only chance there was maybe if I could get close for a divert, which is what I was angling for. That guy's so low already, Jesus Christ. We can epic bleed that right now, by the way. I was expecting stab there. I'm a bit of an idiot. I should have actually checked. That's the only reason I did that thievery. Ambush is going to be really good for us here. Or not. He's going to instantly and automatically know where I am. What the fuck? It forces D-target. How does he know? He literally never missed a beat. It forces D-target. And, like, he just kept life blasting me. I didn't even realize he was power, by the way. I thought he was Condi the whole time. But fucking 8k damage in 3 autos. That was mental. I love core power. Core power is awesome. This is, like, such a classic thing to me. Fucking power life blast. I love power. It's so nice. No, I think it's... I'm not very good at double tapping. And you kind of get a bit ruined. I don't know. I feel like there's always a weird delay on my second one. Or, I don't know. I'm just not in a space where... you're probably right that it's a good play. But I'm not in a space where I'm confident with it. Because I don't do it very regularly. And I always feel like such a moron, right? If they know that that's what you're doing. And sometimes they do. And you just countercast a stomp that would have otherwise gone through. One thing that is nice, all right, some serious tech, all right, for the Mirages out there. I'm genuinely serious. People don't think very deeply about thievery, right? But you can Thievery and Mesmer's downstate, go for the stomp, and they'll delay for the last second, but when they have slow on them, the cast is often too slow, and you get the stomp before they can actually delay. That's a good way of stomping someone out. If you are a Mirage and you're playing versus one, we're going to Scepter 2 about now. Now we're going to stab in case of a Photon Wave. This guy is absolutely getting stung. I'm really scared of the Necro now, so we play safe. We blew S, which is amazing. Do you know what? I wish I had me as a teammate, right? I'm always fucking blowing Elixir S's and shit like that. But when I'm like plussing, when I'm playing like the DPS Roma or whatever, they always have their cooldowns up. Signets of Stone, Endure Pains, it's always there. And look at this shit. I'm just blowing them instantly. I'm ready. I'm ready for my +1. Let's do it, baby. You see this fucking long-ass lasting bleed that's just lingering and lingering and lingering? Do you see this shit? I'm not actually on much duration. Obviously, we have some expertise on Wanderer. This guy's dead. I do like Ambush. Ambush is fun. But Illusion of Life means so much more. Plus, Ambush adds like a bit of variance to your gameplay. Like, you kind of leave it up to the gods. I hate dying because... So we dodge here just to avoid the Scepter. Now, he's mass invis, so we just throw out a random illusory persona divert. That kind of shit won't work if they nerf Mirage in the way that I think they will. Also, we double Chaos Storm there because I'm trying to get Daze procs. Didn't quite land. They're also both too healthy, and I don't really have much ramp, so we're just going to play really safe, especially since we're 1v3. 1v4? No fucking way. No, it's 1v3. We're winning them the map by doing this. This guy's playing deep. Waited for his evade to run out, gave him his bleeds back. They didn't even cap the node. I don't know what they're doing. It's really bad gameplay from them. Probably it's more value for me to kill him. I was actually going to preempt him with a blink magic bullet there. But he kind of made the same play. So there, I was trying to wait for my ambush to end and then distort. It just guarantees the win. But I distorted a little bit too early. That guy is playing CI, by the way. I just got Daze Mantured, which is doing like nothing for his build. So finally my team pushes in, which is good. Of course, this Hollow's already respawned. Again, we do the Shatters before the Scepter. Some nice cluster bombs from my ally there. Tried to cancel cast that, but it didn't land. Don't really need to be at node, especially if that guy's going to be there. Ambush will be insane here, by the way. Never mind, it's not needed. Actually, we can use Ambush there to keep our clones and just shuffle them onto someone new. But look, this is right. Illusion of Life would have been so good here. Go for a manual res to farm a top stat. Never mind, we never got it. Choking gas. This guy's coming for us, so we just get stab ready. Vigor, never mind, he's not. I should probably fight with them, but we win the game with one node, right? And they've debunked us everywhere. In fact, they've counter-capped us everywhere, which is insane. Taking the fight gives us 5 points per kill, so it's possibly more efficient to do this. But I can literally AFK now. I don't even think I need to WASD back onto the node since this guy's playing so slow. Fucking get rid of the fear, man. Jaunt is a cleanse, so the idea is to jaunt on the node and cleanse the terror, but he covered it pretty well. All right, should we do one more? Because that wasn't very fun either. I want a good map. I want to kite some. I'm actually annoyed that other game went kind of win. I'm being quoted as wishing I had me as Tone. Well, it's true. I keep thinking, right, like, I play a fucking mean scrapper, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I know that sounds a bit cringe, right? But I'm a tanky motherfucker when I play scrapper, right? And I'm not bad either on Blood Scourge, alright? I don't think I really broadcast much gameplay on that. But I wish I could just be, like... Can you imagine if you could just be both of those at once, right? And I could be my own duo queue. Oh, you would farm games so hard, right? Like, you just regroup with yourself every time to get those sweet-ass transfuses when the scrapper finally goes down. Like, you'd fucking stealth each other out and shit. You'd do so much insane stuff. Oh. Wish I had me as my own teammate. I wonder what, like, The perfect duo would be if the same brain controlled both characters, right? Like, you're like this, what's that Indian god with, like, 4 arms? Is it Vishnu? Is it Vishnu? I can't remember. Is it Vishnu? You're that guy, right? That thing, that god, that deity, whatever, right? Like, and you got 2 PCs, and you're just, like, super high IQ, and you're just playing Guild Wars 2 twice at once, all right? That's not cheating. Multi-boxing, that's not cheating. You're allowed to do that. Is it Shiva? There you go. I wish I was Shiva. See, when I think Shiva, I just think the Final Fantasy summon. I think, like, sexy blue lady. Oh, yeah, put Illusion of Life back on. Yeah, because we really don't need... Like I say, there's too much variance in Ambush. I don't really like it. Ultimately. You multi-boxed a raid before. Valen, have you ever streamed much raids? Because it occurs to... Oh, by the way, guys, today's master, when we actually start it, okay, this is just like pre-stream stuff. When we actually start, we've got a lot of unlocks we're going to do. You'll notice I have gems. So we'll be making some pretty good purchases there. We're going to get the last 2 minis. Seriously. I'm pretty sure the last 2 mini... Oh, no, there's the Jinn on the TP. I don't have the money for those, but... Nah, alright, never mind then. And the Abomination. Whatever. Okay, Path of Fire added some minis that we can't get. But yeah, we're gonna get. This is gonna be like a bit more of an unlock-oriented stream. But you know, with all the Living Wild stuff done, we'll be on to the next episode too. So it's gonna be a good episode of Master today. You multi-box PvP is probably one of the oldest highlights of my channel. I wonder what like the most passive kind of you can play both at once. It'd have to be like Minion Mancers, wouldn't it? I know they're trash, but. So here we're scared because of the, oh my god, the Elixir S. This guy's like a genius. That was pure PBAOE that I got hit with there. I should probably fight, oh perfect, we're against Hollow. And he never landed the net shot. Okay, I'm going to shatter really early here. I just want boon up time. And we dodge the Prime Light. I think I'm guaranteed to win this now because he doesn't have leadership proc when he needs it. There's nothing he can do. He was nowhere near conservative enough. We'll see how greedy he is. Somehow, yeah, he's got balls. I think he's just got himself killed. Be some real egg on my face if I'm wrong about this, but I don't think it's possible. I think it's like literally impossible for him to do anything. So this is another thing, nice thing about Bountiful, right? You can just mind rack for stab for a stomp, which is like such a minor resource. And save every dodge for some big Infinite Horizon, right? Really hoping for a random staff bounce there. Didn't get it. Luckily, we never got power blocked on either of those, which is really good. Hollow re-engaged, and it's a very vulnerable situation for me. So come over the edge. When he jumps down, I jaunt up. And then we can do a big distort, but I actually want to hold off on that. Go for an early mind rack, because we're going to regenerate the clones anyway on the Scepter 2. Okay, so we've got the... Holy fuck, we have Reaper on us as well. Alright, we're dead. We're just killing time until... So we killed the Hollow again. Even that outnumbered. Holy shit. I'm going to use the 2 because we want the port RNG. Bandage. Get the stomp, baby. Get it. Come on. Come on. Do that. Yeah, amazing. Incredible. We actually can win this 3v2 now. If he hits the Reaper, it's beautiful. Don't disengage. There's consume conditions. Jaunt back to the mirror for another Infinite Horizon. Give ourselves Vigor, extra Condi damage. He's down. Retargets this while it's mantering up. This guy's dead. Fucking too much bleed on him. Actually, I don't know how much cleanse he has. I might be wrong. I can take the node. He can push up. Ah, it's a scrapper. That's a bit lame. We just won the game with that. There's no comeback now. We have too much. Oh, no. They got 2 kills elsewhere. That was pretty fucking funny. This is the Gen 2 Legendary Scepter, Ziquatl. And it's really fun on Mesmer because each of your clones gets one of these little pets with it. Everyone gets a pet. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't have a sense of who's on respawn or whatever, so I'm going to be a little bit bad here. There's actually some risk for us. I'm going to cancel cast that magic bullet because I want it for a bigger setup. So we can illusion of life this now and kill this guy. It's actually really important we kill him as well. I'm just going for interrupts really aggressively here because we have to get this kill. And to get the kill, we have to get the heal skill. Fuck you, man. Alright, never mind. I missed it. That was pretty trash gameplay, to be honest. So, I'm now in a really dangerous position. We can maybe rally him. We'll have to see. No, I was too slow. That was my bad. He was such an easy kill, and I just went too slow with it. So here's where the manipulations trait might have been nice, because I could have stayed low and just super sped off. We get the magic bullet bounce, but slightly too late. I need to disengage. It's just too heavy. And I fucked the jump up. This is a pretty good little line of sight in here, though. If they want to come in for this, they got to go pretty fucking deep. And he's not, even with like a good mirror blade, it's kind of annoying for him. That's his sword, 3, so we can dodge. Alright, he's going to try and stealth out. So I'll just pull forwards. This map's interesting. I wonder why they never decided to make it ranked. Maybe because it's just so much, because of all this janky shit here. I don't know. We're going to plus this because he seems to be struggling here. And then hopefully we can get back. We're 4v5, so we could lose the game because we're 4v5. I haven't really seen anyone playing very well on their side, so who knows. It was a good disengage by that guy. He never even got me in combat. We're going to have to babysit the Scourge here. That's a bit rude of me. He's having a hell of a time and we're outnumbered. What the fuck? Oh, what a god this guy is. The fucking double. Holy shit, he doesn't need any bait. I was going to illusion of life him. He got a fucking double. Oh my god. This game's really weird. I should be going mid to decap that, but I actually like the idea of this more aggressive play. And hopefully they push me. The thing that's weird about this map is, right, like, people don't, like, you can't, like, farm noobs on this map because people's instinct is not to spam close on this map. Their instinct is to spam the central area with the orb. So I'm kind of throwing. I think I just need to push kills, like, nothing but kills on this game. Okay, if this guy should stealth and disengage here. If he actually goes for me again, it's fucking so bad. Okay, so we saw it. We got the shatter. We dodge. This is kind of bad because I never got my... fuck, the Prime Light was pretty bad as well. I got the Reaper on me. Need to pull out. So we transfer there to get rid of our soft CC. No. That second pull was really annoying. I was going to drop down and come back up again. We're not losing this too hard, and the guy might come back. You never know. What was I trying to say? There was something I was going to say at the start of that fight. Maybe about people trickling out or something. But what happened there was I died because I let them die in mid, right? I let my team die mid, so then the enemy team can just sort of snowball. So instead of splitting anywhere right now, I just need to team fight. We got like 3 no valid paths and a no line of sight there, which is fun. Coming around on the right because that's where they're kiting towards. None of us are dead. Also, I had Aegis there, so I don't know why the wave hit me. We don't worry about that. See this guy, like, wasting time? He's actually throwing for his team here. For as long as he just stands there, distracted by that, it's like the fact we have a DC doesn't matter. Why would they arbitrarily retarget? Because they're interested in the node more than anything else. So we're going to distort here just to secure this 100%. And again, like, so here we actually can't shatter for stab because we're in a Nightfall. And Nightfall would have corrupted the stab and feared us. But so that was really necessary, right? We should have free neutralization mid now. And I basically just go bombing in over there and illusion of life the guy before he gets stomped out. But even as a scrapper, he's died a little bit too quick. This is really dangerous because I could kill the Hollow, but... he's going to have reinforcements in a second. There's an early Prime Light again. So we're going to go behind him with the Photon Blitz. But I think I got a no valid path again. Yeah, I can't do anything with this. I just wasted my second jaunt as well. I'm dead. Bad positioning. And I said it as well. I should have listened to myself. Maybe if we get Blink back. No. What class is this that I've got with me? I mean, we're kind of 1v3. This guy's going down. It's good that I got stomped out there because now they can down this. What happened? Why am I only reading? Oh, no, I guess that is for this guy. I don't know where. Oh, that's the Scrapper that was dead. The Necro tried to help me. The other guy, I guess, zerged mid. Hi, I would like to get into PvP. However, every time I try, it feels like I suck. I don't know what's happening around me. Is there anything you can recommend me or just getting in play? Yeah, there's a website called Gods of PvP that has very good, like, principles of PvP information, good builds, good beginner stuff. It's pretty fun. So the question is, do we want to do another? The 4v5 was a bit painful. I didn't really carry or do much of value. I think this one was winnable, by the way. A lot of people will say it's a 4v5, it's not winnable. I think it was winnable. Look at him prime lighting again. He cancelled it when he saw Distort at least, but holy fuck, who does that? He did it again there. No heat again though. Damage, defense, kills, revives. I should have team fighted more. It could have been a win with team fights. Yeah, you could watch Valorant's What is Rotation video. I myself was recommended to watch that video recently. Seriously, I played a PvP game and I couldn't get to a team fight at Bell, and I was playing Scourge, right? I got farmed on spawn, essentially. I mean, I kind of made it towards my close, but then I died, all right? And I got chewed out and told that I should watch the master of PvP, Valen, and I should watch his What is Rotation guide, which would teach me how to play Scourge. I was genuinely told. Yeah, you were in that game, Cougar. You were. Cougar was on the other team. That's true. And Cougar on the other team was playing like some Condi Cheese fucking Deadeye build, I think it was. Or maybe it was just Core Thief, Condi Thief. And I was on Scourge. And I kited so on the opening mid. So it was Capricorn, okay? The map was Capricorn. If you guys... I will show you guys what happened. This was like the most cancerous experience. This is why one of the reasons I don't like playing Necro, okay? Here's what happened on Capricorn, right? Solo queue, Scourge. I know. It's not a very good idea, right? This was my experience playing the game. Wrong team. You guys ready? We'll queue in again. I come out of spawn. Alright, I'm blue team. I come out of spawn. The game's just begun. Got all these people with this juicy CC and counter DPS and stuff. I'm like, this is really good, alright? I move towards mid here. They probably give me a bit of Swift or whatever. And I wait here. I'm that scared I'm going to get bodied, right? I'm watching it, right? A guy stands here. He's sort of near me, right? My team charges onto the node. Basically, no one appears. 2 enemies come out of stealth. Cougar's one of them, right here. I start fucking kiting back. I'm like looking for this. Well, like some of this is no port. I don't remember exactly what. I come here. I'm like fighting. I'm dropping marks. I'm like dropping shades. I'm looking for anyone to like relieve me or give me pills or something. And I fucking like die here after, you know, a little bit of time, right? Like fucking here. No one responds or does anything. And like they're dying at mid anyway. And then the 2 guys that bodied me just go back and do that. Was like so annoying. That's like the thing I hate most when you queue in on Scourge. Because like what else am I supposed to do? Where else can I position myself? The other place that I sometimes go is like you can go a bit deeper, right? You can like come here or whatever. I don't know whether I just need to like... But the thing is like it's so like binary on Scourge. It's like... Do you actually play safe and careful with your position and hope someone reacts, right? Or do you just, like, bomb in knowing that your allies are noobs and just try to always WASD on top of your allied holo or something, right? So that the holo accidentally provides pills for you. Do you get what I mean? Like, you gotta, like, get, like, fucking AoE cleave down just in the hopes that there'll be, like, some safety net. Isn't blue top side completely no port? No. If you're up here, you mean? You can absolutely port up. And it's the same here. You just need to pick the right position. So, yeah, you just got to put up. I mean, at least on this side, you can do fun shit on this. I actually like this a lot. There's loads of things. Maybe not on Scourge, it's a bit too immobile, but still. You Prime Light beamed a flesh golem today? That's very nice. Yeah, so Cougar basically was allowed to like farm me there, and then we just had nothing for the rest of the game. But I will just say this, right? After that game was over, I went to that YouTube video, I watched a Valen video, and I was like, holy shit. I have learned the true way. Okay, now let me just show you guys. Right, this is why I'm a little bit better mechanically at the moment, okay? Check out our Condi damage, 1050, right? I'm literally just going to press Q. I'm just going to queue up. That's all I'm going to do. We go up to 1,300, basically, right? Just because of the little bit of might we're getting, the chaotic persistence isn't even listed there, right? But also, you know, just holding vigor all the time. Just hold vigor all the time with Cry of Frustration and supplement it a little bit with the heal and the other shatters and shit, right? It's just so good. Like, if you really focus on the boon uptime, you just really watch and you're just careful about the Q and the E. Oh, my God. Or F1, F2. It's really, really, really fun. All right, anyway, so let's see. So, Legacy... I'm definitely going to be at the Quarry this game. Oh, no, but Quarry's close. I'll go Waterfall. This guy was power, right? So I don't actually see any poor matchup at all on the whole game. I actually see a lot of names. Were they like a 4Q or something? There seems like a lot of the names here were against us before. That poor Scourge that like fucking scored 2 kills in a 1v3. Did you guys see that shit? That poor Scourge on my team last game. And he's handed a loss. Imagine if that was ranked and it actually mattered. Or, you know, as much as you think ranked matters. That poor thief. Anyone know why you can't use the Zephyr Sanctum model? The item's conditions have not been met. I don't know, dude. I was actually looking into that when I did my Living World Season 1 recap video. I don't know why you can't do that. Is power useless on Mirage? No, absolutely not. Why not run a Viper's Amulet? Because it's too squishy for PvP in general. So we get the Trail of Sand Swiftness. Is quite nice. Yeah, I'm assuming that that's one of those things you could use to like skip cutscenes and stuff. So here we're going to blink really aggressively because what we want to do is like obstruct his summons. We're watching for GS2 right now. So he opened with the Divert, which meant that I couldn't Scepter 2 to mitigate, which is what I was aiming for. So we're forced to Divert, which is really gross, to be honest. I can't give him too much more cap value now, otherwise this is really low value for me. So we're going to be careful about our stat again. We come to no line of sight again. We're being plussed as well. The Rev wasted his Shackling Wave, which is really good. I'm just going to come right up around the side. Oh, this is excellent. We've just isolated him. Oh, shit. It's not excellent. There's another one. It's okay. We can take his might. Double Chaos Storm up. I wanted to mirror a little bit later after my Warlocks were done. This guy's familiar with fighting in this area. He was really good with the Shiro Elite, and he stood behind the pillar with the Shackling Wave. But not many of them like coming this far up. This was kind of a trash play, to be honest, because we'll wait for him to go a little bit deeper. I shattered before the Distort. Sigil of Energy. Fuck, we were so close. I shouldn't have shattered before my Distort. Also, didn't I have an allied plus? I did. What's the guy do? What did he do? Just walk over, look, and then leave? I'm going to force him all the way back. He can't port up. So he has to, like, spend a lot of energy coming here. And for the cost of me just pressing bandage for a second, this helps us not get snowballed in mid. Too bad. We lost close as well, which is kind of awful. I don't know what my Hollow did, my NG. I don't know why he sort of looked but didn't assist. If the Hollow came up and just, like, fought up here with me, that would have been really good. If I'd been a little bit mechanically better, I would have won that as well. And then we could have just killed the other guy. But the Rev at least knows what he's doing. Yeah, I don't know. You can probably find YouTube videos of it, Valen, since it's been disabled. So lots of my team is dead, so we expect big aggression when we get back to the waterfall. It's like it's really godly good if we actually get decap, but I'm expecting to not. Also, we should probably hold that next jaunt. Okay, the enemy team's a slow rotator, so that's good. Even if we get full cap, we're not going to hold it for long because we're going to be pressured by a lot of people. This guy pushing a 1v1 is kind of questionable. I'm not sure what a Blink Mantra combo is. I'm not sure why you do that. Rev again. Magic Bullet in before he does anything too crazy. Big Distort. And now we need to use the Invuln time to kite out. I took the wrong target there. He's already leaving. That's excellent. So I can just come straight back down. No, and now he comes back. So we take the super speed jump onto that. This guy seems to think... So there he mirror bladed, so we dodge. The thievery there was pretty trash. Not very good gameplay from me. There's no need for that one. So we avoid the Berserker. I'd really like decap. This is actually a perfect opportunity to take one. And I'm going to stab up now. I don't want him to proc more Vuln and then illusion of damage on me. But he's probably dead, so this is good. We're watching for the Rev to come back. Okay, he tanked. I don't know what build this is. I don't know what it does. This is very strange. So, the sword 3 was pretty obvious there, so we went Scepter 2. So that was really good. We invulned his Scepter. Again, we keep the boons going. We also had our stab ripped there. That was either like revocation annulment, or he spammed a CC I don't know about on me. So he's lost the node, so this is now really low value for him. We don't actually care about the kill here. We're just watching for -1. Okay, Reaper. I thought that was a Scourge, to be perfectly honest. It was my Scourge. There, Reaper. I think that the Mirage... Okay, so here the Necro is an easy kill, but the Mirage is a higher threat. So I don't know who I really want to target. I have no sense of what his cooldowns are. We got his Mantra at least, which is very good. That leaves him down and out for a long time. And yeah, our little fight there, our team did well. I really don't want this just to be a 3-cap and we win, though. This will be really boring. We're going to wait for the next ambush. Basically, if you're going to F2, you may as well Mind Rack at the same time. Just to give yourself bounce a little bit more might. He might counterburst. I should have kept Wing because he might get decap now. He won't. But I left. I pressured myself too much. We maybe could have saved one cooldown. I really didn't want to double jaunt, right? Honestly, I would hate playing the build he's playing right now. It doesn't seem to, like, do anything. And honestly, this is how I feel playing Power on any Mesmer build in the game. Unless you just play cheese, right? And you just try to spike people. People wonder why Mesmer players go for, like, mantra fucking bullshit cheese all the time. But, like, what sustained pressure power build do they have? What do they got? We let go of the keyboard to see if the Scepter 3 was in time. He keeps catching my Scepter 2 with Daze, and it's actually really scaring me. I got no sense of their respawns again. We're going to have to distort this if he goes for a big strike in a second. Doesn't look like it. I actually wanted the no valid path there, but we didn't get that. That's fine. Oh, he did a really nice thing. He immediately retargeted mid. And he swung mid. And I'm too late to res. I can't even really go deep here. It's 2 Necros, which is like heaven for me. But I don't know. We'll hold that guy in combat and we'll just see. Alright, so something fucking weird is going on at our Lord. I could port onto that and stop them getting full cap. Possibly should have. They're both playing so passive though. I'm not even building cooldown. So we're gonna fuck, that phasal shoot was weird. I was gonna rip his Trail of Anguish stab. That guy went for a port, but I got a better one, so he doesn't get anything. Okay, I can take the hollow fight. I'm just scared of being followed. Maybe I'm trying to do too much. I just want my team to get out of the base and do something. I basically have 3 players I can kill right now, but it's just a bit too awkward because they might move against me. So he went Shrouds, so we boon rip. There was a really weird latency on his 5, probably because of the slow I put on him. The hollow's coming in and we'll try to res, but he can't because of my distort. He's going to push in and then I can just blink behind him and take the node. Take target for a quick phase retreat. He's too scared to take the 1v1. I mean, look, this guy died. What even happened? What did he do? Lose a 1v1 to another Scourge? Like, what happened there? If my ally was still alive there, I would have not taken full cap here. I would have pushed immediately back up and gone for Illusion of Life, which I'm getting 0 value out of on this game. Some of you are going to look at that and you're going to say, well, look, it's because it's not compatible with your role. But some games it like really shines, some games it doesn't. It just depends how much people leave you alone, how quickly you deal with the 1v1. Sometimes you'll get like 6 reses in a game, I'm not joking. And not like cheesy like, all the initial Illusion of Life is a res and then the next one, you know, after they hit the floor again, where you manually res under the store or something. I swear to God I pressed that in time. Maybe I had agility up. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like 6 legitimate fucking casts of the skill, you know, like back to back every time the cooldown's up, it just lines up again. So this is unnecessary, and I'm curious about their respawn, so I'm just positioning myself here so that if I see someone, I can deal with it. This guy's wandered off. I don't know why. Are you going to get on the fucking... Alright, fine. This isn't good. Mind you, I don't know what this Necro's doing. Are you going to cap that now? Holy shit, this is a weird game. These guys dying, I can actually swing it for them. If this Necro comes towards me, I can illusion him. We'll see. They might leave that body and look for value. If they do, I get the res. No line of sight. How lame is that? We get it anyway. So our counter kill is Rev. This is a win-win for us. The Rev disengages, I manual res. So this guy could barrier himself, heal himself and barrier. I don't think he's going to be smart enough to. I don't think this guy's going to be smart enough to. So I have to do this really inefficient movement here. I could have left him to bandage himself and I could be at waterfall right now. That's probably the better play. Probably a misplay from me there. But I don't know what the fuck's going on over here. Instead of waterfall 1v1, I'm going to swing this Necro. This Hollow doesn't seem to be enjoying himself very much. Give him Chaos Storm. In some ways, it's not great because it's just boons, which the Scourge is just going to transfer. Realistically, giving Aegis to a Scourge to corrupt isn't the greatest thing in the world. I'm going to go for a really early divert there just to stop any kind of either F2 to maybe save himself. I mean, it's not going to get enough. Or... this is really bad right now. Okay, so there we distorted his GS4, which means that we didn't die. So we take that mirror there. This is really bad. I have to be very patient here if I'm actually going to win this. Get the Scepter 2, pull back through the other way. Just keep him offset on his footing. And we just, I don't have anything to stop him remanturing. We have to go again, but basically I want more cooldowns next time. We'll basically do the same thing. So he's stealth. Fuck. Do you know what I should do? I should pre-cast Mind Rack. He blew all of our endurance there. It's actually kind of nice. I should pre-cast Mind Rack. So take free decap value because he's on the wrong side of the thing. And even more. You guys have got to understand, like, his playstyle on his builds, it's really annoying fighting on this node. I probably took that mirror too early. Okay, now we get the node because we can evade so he can't reveal himself quickly enough. Or the decap. Wait, what the fuck? We don't have the decap? I have to distort now. Which means that we don't get it, which is really fucking lame. But hey, what do you want from me? Alright, now that we got that. Okay, he disengaged. We see his health is really low. We'd basically killed him. And we've won the map again. I don't know, I feel like I didn't really do anything this game again. I feel like it wasn't really on me. You know, maybe I give us a 3 cap. We want to be careful because they have had the door open. What the fuck? Alright, so that was bad gameplay from me. I should have looked. Holy shit, this is really bad. Can I please cast that? Do you see how many times I tried to cast fucking Thievery there? That Scourge could have me so dead right now. It's unreal. I'm still out of position. That Scourge could have owned me. I mean, I feel like I didn't do anything, but, I mean... As far as fighting for points, we did better than everyone. Alright, we'll go one more before we start the master stream. One more. This will be one, right, where people have the VOD timestamp. They'll be like, the actual stream, after all the PvP bullshit, starts at... And then they'll put a timestamp there. And look, if you're watching the VOD right now, guys, and there's not a comment for that, you know, maybe drop one down. Maybe that's in your best interest. Alright, to look at the chat. Yeah, no, I agree. He wasn't really playing it correctly. He was backnoding on a build that just can't do a sustained fight. It just can't. WP, do you know any valid chrono PvP builds? Actually, no. I really don't. We did when the changes went through. We did theorycraft a bit, and a player did run with the concept. It was pretty good, actually. He did very well in some 1v1s. But still, it's basically just like you can play a worse Mirage, right? The whole rewinder concept. It's better just to pick up Mirage and just spam stuff. Or try to be a little bit more intelligent. So I actually don't know any chrono concepts. I was trying, I mean, there is one cheesy chrono build that you can play, which is like Scholar, Zerker, fucking double gravity well of Calamity, right? Just standoff point on Skyhammer or something and just like double gravity well, power block, right? Domination, take power block, and just completely blow everyone up, right? But you can only do that once every, like, what is it, 120 seconds or something crazy? Like, and the rest of the time you're just nothing, you know? You're just like a really weak kind of build. I mean, you can put a great sword on and do stuff, but, you know, that's just like some gimmicky stuff. I don't actually know any tangible chrono builds at the moment. I really don't. Kabad says, hey, WP, that was me, ... Wait, who was it? Which one were you? Were you the Scourge I was shit-talking? Were you the Hollow I guess I was shit-talking? Or were you the Mesmer I was shit-talking? I'm sorry if you were any of them. Bunker support chrono? I don't know, that kind of died. Yes, he says. God damn it. You want a viable Berserker build? Look, there is a... You know, if there's a cheesy chrono build with the Gravity Wells, there's a cheesy Berserker build with, like, Greatsword Burst, but the Berserker one is, like, several clicks up, okay? The Berserker one is, like... It's still not great. It's easy to counter pressure, blah, 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 blah. But it's a fun build that can do things, right? Like, you just need really good positioning, and you need to be very, very surgical. If you like surgical gameplay, I would recommend that to you, but only as, like, a bit of a laugh. It's not really that great. In fact, you guys have seen the Coach Potato video I did on Berserker, haven't you? Like, I literally showed you guys that. I hope that's uploaded already. I deserve to be shit-talked? Yeah, I mean, you definitely can. There was pretty suboptimal stuff you saw that just there. Mostly whiffing this. Not thinking about this enough. Positioning too slowly towards the base. Just towards the end, you realized you played the game you were watching. Were you on my team then? Moxb says, hello, WP. I finally have got my achievement, Carry the Creator. Dude, nice. That's beat a raid wing with a dev, right? Isn't it? I've never done that. Or can you get that in Fractals as well? Can you get Carry the Creator on that? I'm scrolling up even more. What's this? I stayed in the no port too long. Yeah, should have dropped when the Hollow started to commit. Wait, is that the Spirit Watch game? Or was that the game just a second ago? When did the Hollow come in and that turned into a... Oh, you mean my Allied Hollow? You think I should have left the no port when the Allied Hollow came in? That's interesting. That wouldn't be my instinct at all. I'm not saying that my instinct's right. My instinct would have been to have the Hollow come up to the no port. Because then we basically get to 2v1 and the Mirage has to invest a lot to move up. My instinct would have been to have the Hollow come up there. Or, you know, just to, it's like a 50-50 no port there, right? Because as soon as you get on the new nav mesh, which is actually pretty easy, it's kind of all port legal and stuff. I'm guessing you're talking about the Rev. Anyway, maybe it's a different situation. Like, if I'd disengaged from the kite spot, I feel like I could have been hammered by the Mirage and the Hollow together, you know? There's not a Berserker Coach Potato video uploaded. Really? Holy shit. I wonder how many you guys haven't seen yet then. There was a dev last week giving out the carry, a dev for AP for basically for free. He was doing VG over and over and over again on EU. Really now? Wow, I had no idea. I have the Killer Dev achievement because I did some 1v1s versus one of the ArenaNet Bens. I think it was one of the Bens. But I kind of... It wasn't really very fair to him. I was playing Fresh Air. It was a 1v1 on Legacy at mid, and he was on Warrior. And I had Lightning Flash, right? So it was just as easy as just, like, climb up the side. But, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got that achievement from that. But I don't have the... Wait, there's a separate Fractal and PvP raid one? Really? Yeah, and also that's kind of interesting. You don't normally see them on EU. You don't, that's true. You know, I feel kind of bad. I did have a dev a long time ago saying, hey, you know, we should raid together. But I'm too antisocial. People don't realize this about me. I'm very, very antisocial kind of guy. Get very nervous about all sorts of stuff. And I just never really took up anyone on the offer. So I don't have that kind of stuff. I don't pug. I don't do any of that. We told us he's not a dev, but he works for ArenaNet, so he had the ArenaNet tag. Interesting. That's probably important that we do distinguish between devs and just employees a little bit more, you know. It's probably important. Alright, so it's the hammer. We're against Renegades. Looks like a free win to me. But we'll see. I really should be at point A here. If none of them are going to point C, yeah, they are. This is a nice map for ambush as well, just because you can go through the wall. So yeah, I'm against Spellbreaker. His Venom's dropped as well, which is really nice. Gonna open with the Chaos Storm because we have to play heavy on the node. So there, he opened with a CC, so we know he's not a good warrior. If they open with Shield Bash and then they go for a Bull's Rush instantly, you just know that they're not going to do much. So we stab with Mind Rack there so that full counter doesn't like feel too painful. So next thing, we stand away from the mirror so that we can... Well, he's going to re-engage on Rampage, it looks like. So we mirror when that happens. I'm not running blind, I'm running Reflect. So my Cry of Frustration there doesn't do anything. We're -1, so I come up to kite. His Rampage has dropped. We can Magic Bullet here. Oh my god, it didn't land. Actually pretty scary now. It's Condi Thief 2. Fuck, I missed that jump as well. So we go for a hard disengage here. And we stay... Okay, he Shadow Stepped, which is pretty good. We hope that he goes for a steal or... I don't actually know what his main hand weapon is. There we go, we got it. So now he's screwed. Oh, never mind. He got it there. Alright, fine. So we transfer. This is actually really dangerous. Condi Thief is extremely dangerous against this build. I think he got the refresh as well. He is on sword. I think I might be dead. It depends what this warrior does. Too slow. I need to jaunt. That's a real problem. Get off the nav mesh completely. Just... No, I'm not going to get it. We're 3 capped as well. I don't know how we lost the rest of the map while I'm holding 2 this long. My misplay there was not coming to this sooner. After I saw I got one of them, I should have just moved straight away. I should have come to this instantly, and then we invalidate the thief. And then we climb up, and the warrior has a real job to do. The entire team's dead. This guy's either pew-pewing randomly, or he's AFK already. I guess we'll see. My best chance here is to res the Rev. And then we'll go to counter kill, like the Hollow. And then we'll see what else we can do. This is the only way to get back out on the map, though. So we take... okay, it's a Renegade, so I have to distort here and then dodge at the end because he's going to put the Spirit up. My guy's dead again. I'm in a really bad position as far as this thief is concerned. They left the body, so I can actually res him. Not for long. No. I don't know what to do. They're just pressure. So here, we're basically this Necromancer on our team. If it was slightly higher level gameplay, the Necro would have actually fought with us, and he would have done something. But what this Necro is more interested in is Conquest at the moment. He doesn't realize that now he gets 1v3'd, right? Like, he could have saved this guy, especially if he's blood or something. But just, it doesn't matter what build you are. He should have fought with us. Now we're dying so fast. And I ate a fucking hard-ass CC the second I got out. That my Illusion of Life isn't even off cooldown. He's bandaging in front of everyone. Luckily, that's not being punished, so we can help him. Illusion is back. But he's already been stomped. I think it's impossible. I don't know how to... You can see how cautious the Hollow is. He doesn't even want it. He doesn't. So my only play here is to decap and then like get some res or something, and then decap B, and then hopefully we've all regrouped towards A at that point, and then we win, and then we just snowball them. This should have been a free win. He's not going to get cleaved too quickly. So that illusion was actually kind of bad. So this guy's AFK. So I have to like babysit him. This is really bad. He shouldn't be standing here. Oh, that Renegade actually plays Renegade. He actually did like the fucking Shiro Port Shortbow 5 combo. Okay, so that worked out. But my super passive ally, he could have at least moved somewhere where it was safer for me to res. I've got too many jobs to do. I can't decap under the Hollow. I've got to save this guy. Hollow's the best target. He's going to stealth and push in. He stealthed and stayed up. Weird. I don't know why he's on no port. Okay, good. We got Corona 1. The invuln there's pretty irritating. They're recapping. What's going on? Is anybody else getting anything? I can't, like, babysit that anymore. I have to decap A and then return to the fight. But we're losing C. They have to win this now. They've got 4. They're a little bit low. Basically, we get if they can win a single engagement, it's good. I can't take the time to decap because they'll be outnumbered and it's too flimsy. So I have to like illusion. I'll get a big AoE illusion maybe. Okay, 1 illusion is gonna have to be enough. It's gonna get way too dire. I have to do this. You know, you gotta play big risk here. Spellbreaker's following us, by the way. So we magic bullet over the edge. Missed it. I think that's GG. I think even in my wildest dreams, I can't do it. Since I missed the bullet, I don't get the decap. That was bad gameplay. That was a... I have a lot of muscle memory for Thievery on... So here we don't even care about Rampage because we have double Chaos Storm. Thievery on Shield Block. We're going to chain Shatters. Fuck. Should have gone with the dodge. That was really stupid. We took 10k from the elite there. Look at that. Oh, not 10k. It read 10k. What did I eat 10k from? 7k. 18 hits of Soul Cleave Summit there. I think some of the downstate procs were landing that as well. Actually, or maybe his other spirit was. Yeah, there was maybe a chance. I can't remember. There was something I was going to say in that fight. But we lost it. They don't have improv or mug. I'm not playing aggressively enough. Yeah, you're probably right about that, actually. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I hadn't really identified what he was running. If I knew he was on swords from the very start of that, I might have actually changed my whole mindset and been interacting with his sword 2 placement. I actually had a lot of duels with a couple of thieves earlier today. Like I said, I played about 40 to 50 games since the last stream. And, like, anytime I've seen a sword thief, I've really tried to focus on just standing on their sword 2 exit. And it's been going really well. I don't know whether... obviously, there's a good chance that they've just been very unskilled players and there's not much to interact with, right? Like, and I don't actually know. But it has been going very well. It's been very often forcing some odd situations from them. You know, like the instincts that I'm trying to hammer out of myself, right, is if you think about this, like if you think about me on a node that I own or I'm capping and a thief is coming towards me, a sword thief, the quicker you get on him, like literally WASD near him or blink on him or whatever, the better, because you don't allow him to like stand off point and sword 2 in, do some pressure, sword 2 out, and then cut. You just completely delete that potential straight away. And then it's like really frustrating. If you're on swords and you don't have a 2 set up far away, it's really fucking annoying to get out. On some maps like on Legacy, you can like target the gate or you can target a beast or something and like try and pull away like there. But you know, like a thief does not want to weapon swap to short bow to like try and infiltrate us out or something. And a thief doesn't necessarily want to waste time Wing away with their back turned or whatever. Like it's annoying. It's really annoying. And it's been working out for me. It's been pretty nice to sort of basically just try and camp on their spot as much as possible. And then when they find a new one, go to the new one, you know. But yeah, I think the more defensively minded I am against thieves a lot of the time, the worse it is. The more defensive the build, the worse it is a lot of the time, you know. You really need a lot of counter pressure to actually scare them off. So they're like, okay, I actually can't fucking tank this. You know, it's not good enough to like be on, like, for example, like if you're on Sages, it's kind of a, you know, you're not enough of a threat to bat them away, and then they can just sort of get some choice steals in there. You only really have to eat 1 or 2 steals, and they just have to be a little bit smart, right? They just wait for a Scepter 2, and then they just look for this little Mirage Cloak icon. After that, like, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get the steal. And it's just such a huge power swing, right? Like, to give them plasma. Not even the plasma, just the mug and the boon rip. Even that alone. And the initiative and shit. It's just, it's a lot. Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't know whether Kleptomania procs if Steel misses or not. I don't know how that works. I'm guessing Kleptomania only procs if Steel lands. But, you know, I tend to find I'm fine if the Steels don't go through. At what rank level did I become competent? You know, if there's a lot of people you ask, they'll say that I'm not competent, man. So I don't know. What I can tell you is there's always stuff to learn. That's what's fun about it. There's always. It's not like in raids where you're like, okay, I get VG now, and you fall asleep, right? Like literally every game, there's like, okay, I made this mistake. There's shit to think about. It's fun. Like here, my mistake, by the way, is going way too fucking deep. So here I would like to camp his spot, but we have a Reaper on us as well. So we're going to climb up the rock and hope he's a little bit slow. Again, if I'd used the stab better, it would have been good. Holy shit, he took an interesting port there. Yeah, look, I'm going to blame the fact that I died there and played like trash because I was thinking too much of it. I didn't even look at anything that was going on here. It was really stupid. If I was actually thinking, if I had my head in the game, I could have dodged the Spinal Shivers. Like, I think he auto-cast that on the opening. It doesn't proc. So if you dodge Steel, you deny them initiative too. Is that what you're saying? I think this is winnable because my team hasn't fucking instant claps. Oh, I might get a really good res here. They probably think I'm insane. But if nah, fuck's sake, really? All right, now it is a bit insane. We're waiting for his animation. There's the Spinal Shivers. Thief disengaged. Big mistake if he stays disengaged. Looks like he's coming back. So you can port onto this rock, can you? I didn't even know that. Holy fuck. This is some big fucking aggro here. What the fuck? Alright. It's pretty bad now. I've played pretty goddamn trash here. Now this guy's jumping. I wonder if he's watching. Yeah, Steel is huge. Steel is like everything. Not necessarily do you want to stand on their port. You want to stand in a place where you can access them and their port. So at a midpoint. Well, what I was thinking with the standing on the port, right, is if he has to stop to... like, he wants to... especially in a Condi matchup, right? He wants to be able to safely proc that semi-regularly because he's cleansing off of it too, right? But if, when he's using it, the Condis are instantly refreshing, right? That was a stupid magic putter, by the way, because we saw he was already in Shroud, so there's a high probability he had stab on him. And I never actually verified that. I tried to cancel cast that shit as well. I need to rebind that. It's so much better on Escape. Alright, I think I'm looking at chat too much. So he's got Tempest support. We have a double cap, though, so I don't actually disagree with my positioning. I'm looking at the health of this guy. If he dies, I really need to be there. I can let one guy troll. Looks like they got a kill. So I could take the Hollow 1v1, or the Rev can just push that. No, it's this guy that fucking died. Okay. So that's a huge swing there, by the way. Because the Tempest is so low, he'll rally. It's just so easy, this skill, right? It's so easy to be, like, quite mechanically poor and, like... you know, not doing much, and then suddenly have an insane impact on a fight, right? Like, that's such a big, powerful thing to be able to cast at 1200 range, you know? It's just mental. Like, all we had to do there was wander around and just wait to see who needed it. This guy? This guy? Who needed it? You just put it on the right guy, and then, you know, you keep yourselves in the game. If that had flipped red there and we had 2 on respawn, I can guarantee you mid would have flopped pretty quickly as well. We're watching for this because this is a good matchup for us. Also, the guy's killed us twice, so he's probably going to play really deep and greedy, which means free win for us. Watch for the Spinal Shivers. After the weapon swap, there it is. We got it with the Scepter too. Dodge the Scepter thingy, and then the Elite. I know we've basically double dodged there. Okay, so we bait Shroud. We don't have to do anything. Like, literally nothing. Didn't even really need to Chaos Storm. I was expecting another quickness Spinal Shivers there. His decat was quite nice. I'm not shattering properly. I'm not playing the build properly, by the way. I'm not keeping the boons going properly. That Mind Rack was more because I didn't want to cleave him unnecessarily. And again, we have a good matchup. This is actually perfect because of the stagger right now. We get on the Tempest really aggressively to break as many cooldowns as possible and see if we can take him. It depends what variety he is. It's a very low chance we'll get him. He didn't linger in Earth for his next... Oh shit, what? Is he Comedy? No, 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 I have a Thief on me. Okay. And the Reaper as well. This is really dangerous. Hollow's going to be so preoccupied with saving his own life he doesn't DPS me properly. Hollow missed an insane play there, because what he could have done is get on me, and then the Reaper could have followed up. Also, why is the Tempest not pushing? Tempest should be with his DPS right now. Alright, there we go. We're doing a little bit better now. So, I'm going to actually wait with that. Oh my god, he ported on me and into the cleave. I wanted to wait with that. So, you see how his instinct was to W away and dodge away? He's invulnerable for 3 seconds. If you guys ever get an Illusion of Life, you really, really, really want to think about it. So, now he tags this and he gets the res. But I doubt he will tag it. Oh, wait, did he? I'm not sure. I'm going to go for disengagement now. Never mind, he's healthy enough. It's a support that he's fighting. So, yeah, we swung that one there as well. Yeah, they can't come back. Kind of a boring game. I have these very, very big moments. Does anyone else get this, right? Where you're sort of into a game, and then you look at the score and the map, and you're like, actually, this wasn't a fun game. This wasn't... Like, I either have that when I'm, like, losing, or it's worse when it's, like, you're winning, because I'm like, there's no endorphins to be had here, you know? So giving him Chaos Storm. He's in Elixir S, but he can still receive boon support. My only choice there, what I was going to try and do was rip, stab, and then CC. So this could be dangerous if he gets follow-up. He probably won't. He was very scared of me last game, so he'll probably try and fight again this one because he's bored. He wants to test his luck. Still not a good fight, though. Was that support he's getting? Yeah, he's got rebound. That was a really ugly rebound because of the Elixir S. It actually, so he got the passive value out of it, but nothing else. So I'm going to get on node here because... oh my god. What a fucking god. Aftershock, baby. He got me. I was going to say, I get on node because he can't debunk me. He can actually do pretty good. Tempest does like a lot of stuff that counters... even on support. Just because of all the clone cleave. So look at that fucking torment. So I'm going to mind rack here. Just to keep the might up so that the torment keeps ripping into him. And then we were going to F2 for vigor again for the same reason. This is a bit too node tunnel vision-y, to be honest. Getting the kill first was more important. But I don't know. I sort of trust my Rev. He's 100% health. Alright, he got it. Yeah, but then he aftershocked. So he cast aftershock. He mowed me off node. So Thief coming in for a 1v1 is a good move. We can actually talk about what we try. We can do exactly what we were talking about earlier. So we're coming back here. His sword 2 is established somewhere on this ramp. I'm not sure exactly where, but somewhere. So get a good magic bullet. He countered with steel. Or he just stole in because like that was his one cooldown available. Oh, he reset it. I'm actually fucked now, by the way. This is really bad. Fuck! I had Scepter 2 up. I don't know how I died there, because... was a bit silly of me, really. Yeah, we tanked too much damage there. WP is preparing to say one more game again. I might, yeah, maybe we do one more. I'm really unhappy with that death a second ago. Please don't let him just get that for free. No valid path. I don't know this map that well, to be honest with you. 16 bleeds, that'll do it. He got a kill. Like, this is not, again, it's like it's a game that's not being won because of me. That guy's already going over there. To be honest, my relentless wolf pushing has probably been really trash this game. Because I've not actually held the node very well. I've got distracted too quickly. I've not survived, outnumbered. And my thief probably could have got some good value, just neutralizing and then 4v5ing. Right? I think we got his heal turret there. Yeah, go on in one more. I mean, Illusion was pretty good. Illusion did swing two pretty crucial engagements there. Over an hour already. It's not over an hour already. Oh my god, it's been an hour and a half. But we've played 3 games. Right? Look at this. Actually, it's not. We've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. We've played 6 games? Alright, this is my last then. And we'll do like unlocks. Instead of like going for... Look, this will be like an intermediary one where we do unlocks and then we get into the AP again tomorrow, I guess. How the fuck? That's insane. I swear to God. Man, this was just like... I can't believe this. Look, I'm going like 50-50 at the moment. How is that 6 games? That's scary. That's addiction right there. I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you what, guys. That is addiction. Alright, that is a true sign of like fucking wow. This always happens when you do PvP on stream. Yeah, maybe you're right, Ratchy. Well, with the exclusion of guild mission and stronghold stuff, this isn't even a very fun build to be showing. But I am really enthusiastic about this at the moment. I really am, because I think this is extremely strong. Like, really strong. And I think that people just sort of don't understand. I think a lot of people are quite out of touch with Mesmer. I think a lot of ex-Mesmer players are very... like, they don't get the class. They don't get what the traits are doing. They don't get what they should be watching for. They don't understand might interactions. It's kind of weird, you know? Like, I'm kind of frustrated at how much people think that this mattered, right? Okay, like, the Emobe mattered. But, like, to say that this is why Mirage existed, right? Or that now that this is gone, Mirage doesn't, you know, mean anything for the meta or whatever. It's crazy. It's insane, right? Like, this was busted in its own way. I'm not saying it wasn't, right? But holy shit, like, yeah, so I'm still Chaos. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't like this trend. People are just going illusions, right? Like, it's so stupid. We're basically in the situation we were maybe 3 metas ago, right? Where it was half the players were just fucking about on illusions, right? Like, Doom Sigils and Nightmare Runes and fucking Deadshot Amulets or Wanderer is much more realistic, and just all burst, right? Signet of Midnight, just do damage, right? And everyone's on that. But then there'd be like the one Chaos guy, right? That would just win all of the 1v1s just by being a little bit safer. That is different now, because this variant actually do think loses the mirror. I do think if both players play very well, I think this loses the mirror. But this means a lot more for the rest of the game, I think. Just casuals, casually watching. Yeah, what classes are you guys interested in? What classes do you play? You're way too busy being violent outside. You know, yeah, I was watching a pod about some of the violence in the US at the moment. It was kind of scary, actually, to see some of the kids in masks at the moment. You know, like they get out on the street wearing masks and like wander around with crowbars and mace and shit and just go fucking like mental. It's really kind of scary, actually. I didn't realize people could be so stupid. Well, I did realise people could be stupid, but people like... I don't know. Just some of the mobbing's a bit scary. There's that other scary story as well about that guy that was blatantly assassinated by some... right, in prison. That was some pretty huge news. Before he could testify about this huge, like... underage sex trafficking ring or whatever that's going on. True gamers are the worst beings. Oh, sorry, yeah. True gamers are the worst beings on earth. No, actually, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I've been absorbing and listening to so much media and conversation that's got nothing to do with video games lately, that it's kind of actually like reinvigorated a love of games for me in a way, and sort of it's kind of made me more confident and proud and happy to say, hey, maybe this is what I'm about, you know. It's kind of weird how that's worked, because normally I don't really relish in that. I don't really think that's what I want to cling to or aspire to or think about too deeply. But, you know, in another way, actually, I think lately that's kind of twisted a bit, and I've thought, you know what, I do like that that's what I seem to know about, and I enjoy talking about and sharing and stuff. Yeah, I'm well aware that the official line is that it's suicide, but there's also a big inquiry, right? There's a legitimate, they're saying, look, this doesn't look right. Violence was introduced to humanity in 1961. Why the year 9? Come on, Q, please pop. Why the year 1961? 5 minutes? Oh, there it is. Why 1961? I played that last game really shit. I'm embarrassed about that last game. The world got violent once video games were invented? Oh, is that the birth of Pong, the inception of Pong? You know, I don't actually... the whole video game violence thing, I actually see none of that. I don't actually see anyone... I don't listen in on, like, these out-of-touch, you know, officials or whatever that seem to think that video games are inciting violence. I don't actually hear anyone talking about that. All I ever hear is people making jokes and, like, the counter-argument. The people, like, joking, haha, it's video games that did it, right, guys? Or, like, getting genuinely angry and saying it's not video games, blah, blah, blah. Or, like, tweets that are, like, smacking down logic as to why it's clearly not video games and stuff. Like, I see a lot of the counter-argument. I never see the actual argument being espoused anywhere. I know it was a big thing in, like, the early 90s with, like, Mortal Kombat and, like, the fatalities and all that kind of shit. You know? I know that there was actual hysteria about it in the early 90s. I haven't seen any of it in the 2000s. Or 2010s. I see more. I only see people commenting against it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm wondering whether it's like as important as people think it is, or I've just happily missed out. You know, and I'm willing to believe that as well, that I've missed it. You know, I've seen some out of touch bullshit. Like I said, when I watched that debate in Parliament a few months ago, where they were talking about internet regulation, it just genuinely, it was one of the most dismayed things I've ever experienced. Oh my god. I'm not going to go on that whole rant again. Before Pong, nobody had ever been killed with a luminescent rectangle. I bet they were, though. I bet somehow, somewhere, luminescence existed, and it was in a rectangular form, and some accident occurred. Maybe like it was a neon sign above a shop. Right? And it fell on someone's head. Think about it. Germany held the belief that games cause violence until very recently. The censorship laws finally changed. Really? Is this a renegade from a second ago as well? The actual DPS renegade that was using actual renegade combos. This is a mirror. I'm not interested in risking a mirror. I'd rather just guarantee mids. I should have gone close. Leaving the Rev on close is... Leaving on the Rev on close isn't the worst thing in the world, because he rotates up fast, and then he just assassinates someone with their cooldowns blown. So I'm going to ping this, and I'm going to break it. Oh, it's Prot Hollow, isn't it? Yeah, that's one big fucking hard light arena. I'm taking big pressure as well. Did I just eat a Mad King rune proc? I think I did. Okay, we go for our res. We're on a time limit now. That's a power mirage. So, and he's free casting on me as well. Okay, we have Distort Stomp. Illusion procs. And the res. Someone else died though. So it's still everything to play for in the fight. And they went down again. That's a double kill. I wish I had Illusion right now with the double res. But I can only do it so much. We get this kill on this Mirage anyway. Unless he gets Hard Light Arena selflessly. But I think most Hollows don't think to do that. I don't want to push deep on that. I'm just going to, like, deny them for a second. What I'm actually angling for is this kill. He phase retreated out of range of my Scepter 2. The Hollow's really scary right now. We pull up. It's not possible. Renegade went deep. Now, this Renegade, if it's the same one, he got a kill on me on the hammer. So he might try and hold this, but it would be a bad idea for him to. So we'll see. Let's make sure we got our Vigor. Stay out of the spirits. Did he put a spirit on top? So I will actually debunk them in a second. Once this Mirage blinks up to me. If he blinks up to me. If not, I'm happy to just distract them while my team gets back out. Who the fuck is dying? What? Alright, that's bad gameplay from me. I didn't even know I had a Rev down there. Let alone that he'd been fighting long enough to fucking full die. I didn't even see his down state. What the fuck, bro? Really? Did he just get absolutely exploded? Alright, we get decap. Don't walk to the node. Don't walk to the node. Don't walk. Fuck, never mind. This is such a shitty 2v2. I don't even see kill potential after we res this. Maybe there is some now. Maybe. That's a lot of Condi. Chaos Storm position could have been better. Gonna refresh this stuff. I mean, I gotta do it. The knock was really bad, so we cancel cast. Hold the body for a second. And recast. Got him. Now we're like, I don't know what the fuck target. Maybe this? I don't know. The guy should disengage, barrier up, or let me manual res him. He's not doing that. Can I distort res him in this fight? Probably. I'm going for it. Yeah, I got him. This is just too tanky. I don't see any damage. I want to be on a smaller node as well. I don't want to be in those spirits. I can't believe I'm saying this is too tanky against this Renegade. Down again. Yeah, I gotta split them. I can't even. Fuck. That Jorm was pretty bad. My guy on the ledge, but not actually contributing. It's kind of crazy. This is fine. We can actually Scepter 2 out of this, which is really good. I don't care about the Aegis. I only care about the clone spam and follow-up Condi. Fuck. Best route here is... Okay, so he's there. Stay in this for boons. We're going to go on that mirror in a second. Good, he's already GS3'd, so he doesn't come back towards us. Another Scepter 2. Distort Stomp. That's a triple Distort. That's perfect. He can't do anything. We got some value on the roads. So this is an insane victory here. Look how squishy some of them are. Look at this shit. I actually want this. I want my Rev to rotate, and I want to node this. But at a cost for Quarry, I'm not sure what happened over there. 3-0-2 so far. This could be a fun game if it was... It's just slightly ill-matched. I mean, I'm having fun. I see nothing. Too late for that. Misplay from me, realistically. Misplay from me. Should have blinked up and saved him. Should have looked at the party health, and I didn't. Probably a misplay to Warlock the Hollow. Probably a misplay to go deep on this fight when I'm going to get debunked. This guy was squishy, right? So either we insta-lose, so I stab and then Scepter 2. And stab again, Vigor refresh as well while we're at it. So I just play a Trissive on this. We don't need to dodge or anything. Just the autos are going to condi him to the point where he needs to make a play. So here's False Oasis is done. Rev moves in. We come up. Hollow's really important to get this kill before that goes in and fucking cleanses him open. Okay, the bleed's got him. Load that with Torment. It's not going to move, but it's still pretty good. Our Scepter 3's on it, even though he's stealth. Go for the interrupt. My guy's disengaging, which is horrendous. I can't stomp this because... Fuck. The Distort was really, really, really bad. A mini hard light is also really bad. And a Thumper turret on it. Okay, the guy came back. Thank Christ for that. It's actually really scary pressure-wise now, so... I'm literally going to just put that bleed, that burning on that rogue. The rogue actually fucking chunked me. Do you guys see that? That was his down state. The hollow scares me as well right now. As does the potential for a respawn. I can res this. He needs to disengage. I don't think we have the damage. Maybe we do for the core guard. With 3v2. Hopefully my friend can deal with that. This is neutral, so this is actually okay. Once I resustain a little bit more. Fuck. I needed to stab. Okay, he got the node over there. Okay, we have to outweight this, and then it's our kill window. Shit, he's pressuring very well. The Mantra. Fuck. Got clipped by the branch. Want to climb up. That'll ruin his phantasms. Got to get the timing right on this. Okay, he missed his Mirror Blade. That's good. Wave, sorry. Whatever the fuck it's called. So if I create a gap here, and then I blink behind him. Oh, he... Okay. Didn't expect that. Fuck! No way! You've got other jobs to do, man! No, he doesn't. Who am I kidding? They've got way too much on the fucking map. We don't even have it neutral in mid. Do you know what I mean? If I just survived, I should have just kept disengaging. I didn't expect him to keep pushing that. I should have realized that we were on such a back foot that they can literally just fucking go pure aggression and nothing else matters. I mean, that's often true anyway. It's winnable. It's winnable with this neutralization, 350 and Lord. It's not easy, but it's winnable. I have to go to mid and stop them full cap in this. This hollow has been very high value. I'm going to try and just daze on that. We got in combat, so we know he's there. Also, that thing is just a random dodge. Got a good boon rip. Good timing with the thing there, by the way. He's going to go for... Okay, so I just need to match him. Oh, obstructed. We would have got the heal there. We have to match numbers here and win this 2v2. Holy fuck, how quickly did they get back on that? Alright, never mind, I guess. Alright, we do re-neutralize. Those two at back isn't too good. I would rather, if I see the Scourge push up, I will swap back. Like, I'll let him... So the Rev needs to 1v1. And we need to push this gate. Probably. We have 3. Everyone's high health. I'm Condi, though. I can't do it. Does anyone see the play? I genuinely think Lord could win this. This is just... I can't do anything until this fucking arena's gone. I'm just invalidated for huge periods of time. Okay, the other guy's disengaged. The Rev lost his 1v1, so it's over. We could have had the Rev lose the 1v1 and still won the game if when I went to the gate, we'd actually broke it and we went through. And let this guy fucking just do this, but he'd have to be doing it in the Lord room right now. Interrupt the Lord's heal. So he actually got back in time. This is so trash. Fuck, that's actually a kill there. That's a kill. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Get a heal interrupt. Okay, so I need to illusion this. This guy's been doing godly. While we outnumbered, he was outnumbered. I gotta get on node as well. I have to be on node when this res goes through. We get on the Mirage because he goes invulnerable. So we would get decapped unless I'm also on the node. So this guy's low. So I'm gonna go for double tap on this one. Triple tap. Never fucking mind, I guess. We'll just stomp it. We got the other kill. Okay, I'm going to go back now. I don't have illusion this time. So Chaos Storm just got him with an Aegis. How the fuck do I stop this, though? Oh, that fucking blowout was actually so trash from their team. It's okay, because we're bountiful, so we can just stab up like 3 times in a row. Okay, good. We got him. This is clean. Rev might be making a misplay there. Once again, it's the arena. We don't all have to be on this. I don't want them to push anything in an intelligent way, so I'm going to get in there and just fucking run havoc. We immediately broke the Greatsword 5. That's really nice. Get the vigor up. Everyone's high health. Could win the game. What the fuck is hitting me? Oh, it's the Renegade. Okay, someone's about to drop. Is it me? We outranged Shiro Elite. That's as huge as well. It's at mid. It's at mid. It's at mid. Fuck, in a 2v1 as well. Alright, we won anyway. I got that next res as well. Alright, that was a really fun game. Because we won in the end. They stalled at 489. So undeserved, this guy says. It's just legacy. You have a snowball. Like, look at this. 0 fucking skulls. Okay, look. We don't score a single kill until... Like, it's a miracle we have any points at all, to be honest. We have 0 kills. Do you guys see this shit? Right? They just snowballed. That was it. They just had snowball momentum the whole time. Then we start trading blow for blow in the mid game. And then in the late game, they have nothing. We got the grasp of the map, and they didn't know how to regroup or do anything. 5 revives. I think one of those is a double up. Yeah, that was a really fun game. That's pretty cool. I still, maybe I was wrong about the whole Lord thing, by the way. I was pushing into that prot hollow too regularly, you know. All right, okay. Stream starts now. Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to Guild Wars 2 Master. What we're gonna do today is get some unlocks. So let's check out the Shiver Peak and Aruk first, and let's go into the raid. Ooh. So I do actually have some gating crystals. Now, when I was raiding in the more recent ones, the gating crystal raids, I was saving up my stuff because what I was going for was the bench. But the bench is available on the TP. I'm going to be such an asshole now. Are you guys ready? Where's my chairs? Here, chairs. Okay. For some reason, I thought someone had given us the bench at some point. I don't know why, but I thought I'd been gifted the bench, and I thought I'd been an asshole because I'd forgotten whether I'd actually been gifted. So anyway, I was saving up for the bench, but the bench is on the TP, right? And is not even that expensive anymore. So it's actually better for me to spend the gating crystals on stuff that is not on the TP, right? Which is exactly what I'm going to do here now. And the category I'm going to go for, we'll have a look. We're going to start with Wing 5, because that's the first gating crystal wing. And we're going to look at what we already have unlocked, and then we're going to buy something. I already know what I'm going to pick up. I'm just shy of 1,200. Most purchases cost about 600. So I can basically get 2 purchases, but I'll need to clear, like, one more thing. I'll need to, like, wipe against Desmino below 50% health or something. So, more PvP would be Pog. I know a lot of you guys like it. I like it too. It's my favorite thing about the game. But, you know, this is a master stream rather than anything else. So let's actually make some progress here. So anyway, we got to wait for Glenna's dialogue to go through or whatever. Carry you in raids? I probably can't carry you in raids. I don't raid regularly enough. I don't have any builds set up. Hardly remember some of the engagements, to be honest. Like, I hardly remember. Actually, this wing I'm pretty much solid with. But the next 2, like, I can't really remember everything that happens in the final encounter of the next wing. And the most recent one, I've done one ever. Ever. Favorite? You're playing PvP for 2 days and you want to kill off whole of humanity? Why? What do you mean? You just watched me play 7 games. What salt is there here? Look, this guy's being nice. Saying I carried. I don't know. I don't think I carried. If that was the previous game. Not the one we just played, but the one before. You're good at running. What? Is that really bad? That guy said I'm good at running? I take that as a compliment. Get on points, FFS. This guy's just a moron. Was he the guy that was nice to me later? No, he wasn't. He was a different person. The Monkey Lord, why you run far? He was probably right on that game. You know, what salt is there? What's so bad about that? Alright, anyway. Obviously, it can get salty. I'm just saying that your general experience is not. Okay, right. So, I have all the minis. Okay, I already have Mini Doom. I have Mini Broken King. I have Mini Desmina. I have that stuff. I also have one of these, like, weapon skins. The Touch of Doom I have. And I have the Ender of All. And I have the Final Death. What I don't have, okay, is the bench, which we can just buy. So, we ignore that. What I don't have is the staff, which is pretty good on this set, by the way. Look at that shit. Right? I don't have the staff. I don't have this shield. And I don't have the Sledge of the Red Witch. Look at that thing. They all look pretty good. But what I'm most interested in is the armor, okay, which I also don't have. So there's head, shoulders, gloves, and boots. I want the Chest of Doom's headgear. Because, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to buy this with gating crystals. It's probably not smart or whatever, but fine. Okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the light armor variant. And I guess I'll pick up Assaulters. Yeah, right. Long term, this would probably drop. Right, so we get the thingy of Doom, right? So now the reason I cared about that is because when we have a look at our vault. Loading back in. Oh my god, epic facepalm. Don't do it. Don't buy the skins, do the CMs first. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, CMs can like load stuff up with you, can't they? Well, there's still lots we got. I'm not going to buy loads of them. It's not an epic facepalm, alright? Jeez, it's just a bit of a facepalm. Okay, so check it out. When we click Vault, what do we see? What do we see? We see light headgear. Doesn't matter what we play. I'm on a Revenant right now. Doesn't matter what we main. We see light headgear, alright? So I'm thinking this is a big boy category to finish because you know, in casual random gameplay, people are going to look at this. And if this is 190 out of 190, that's going to be pretty good, right? I'm only on 182 out of 190 right now, right? So we're missing a couple of headgear skins. And the Doom one was one of them. So I wanted to pick that up. One of the worm skins, I do have a worm skin, but I don't have the helmet. So that one's missing. World vs. World, pretty lame. World vs. World, pretty lame. Mist Shard Coronet. I think that's the new map. Guild. So we're going to get that in a second. We're literally going to get the Guild Cow. I know that looks pretty lame, but we're going to get that. Purple Mask hopefully comes from Unlockers one day. Deserves to. Eggnog. Now, MMO Inks, I don't know if he's in chat. Inks told me that this is like a really rare thing that people always ask him what it is when he's wearing it. And it looks really good on Asura. So I kind of like the idea, but I don't have the eggnog thing. I think we have to wait till Winter's Day maybe for that. I don't know. And then finally, this is also the new map. So the new map can fill in some of these. We'll get the guild one. And then it's like World versus Worlds. But that's pretty good, right? So that's what I'm going to do right now. We're actually going to spend some commendations on stream right here, right now. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to do it on Liz because she's out of Tailorer. Smitsky says, I have the purple mask. Yeah, I have the other ones. And I think the other ones come out of automatic unlockers too. But the purple one, I don't know. The devs just never added it for some reason. Bit silly, but there it is. WP, some are hidden because for me, I only see a maximum of 177. That's interesting. Okay, also, while we're on our way, we've done 3 more dailies. We've rolled through that. So let's get our next purchase in here. And for this, we're on Divine Sovereign weapons. We've got all the regular Sovereign stuff. We're into Divine. And what I'm going to do is the Focus. Focus is just like the first one I'm going to pick for a lot of these. All right. So you go. We got the divine focus, because that's like a weapon category I'm aiming to complete. Okay. It's like the weapon category with the most types. Actually, maybe greatsword has slightly more. Maybe greatsword has more, but focus has got like an enormous number, and we're doing pretty good with it. So anyway, yeah, I wanted that. The purple one's from the newsletter, or at least that's how you could get it recently. Oh shit. Is there something I could Control F in my Gmail to see if I have like a code or something? Maybe I have it. I just have never procced the code. All right, so let's go to the Gilded Hollow. A farmer says eggnog helmet recipe. What's this? Oh shit, you just make it in the forge. Oh, what? I thought it was like Gem Store. Oh my god, we will make that. Mug of eggnog. Helmet. Dude, I didn't realize. Okay. Yeah, let's make it then. Let's make it. Maybe that's why maybe I didn't read Inks' message correctly enough. Perhaps he was literally telling me, WP, make it. Alright, okay, yeah, we'll make that. We'll make that on the stream. Alright, it's a big unlock stream. Big unlock. Lots of stuff to do. Anyway, we're going to go to the Guild Armorer. Yes. Oh, shit. Wait, we only need 3. Alright, we're going to go to Dragon Stand. And, even if the meta's not going, and I suspect it won't be on EU this time of day. Map closes in 5 minutes, it says. And the meta is not pushed. That's fine. We don't mind that. What we do is we get on the sky scale. Actually, these people are about to start the meta, aren't they? I'm wrong. People are willing to do it on EU at this time. But there are some that just spawn on the map, even when the meta's not even doing anything. Sometimes, if you find just the right area. So what I'm doing is I'm scanning for purple dots right now. Because a purple dot will show you where it is even when the yellow text isn't on screen. The dragon clears the map in 5 minutes. Here we go. So here's 1 pod. We get lucky. All we need is 1 pod. We get unlucky. We need 3. Okay. So we got 1. This map's really weird to play on the sky scale, you know. Am I mostly doing all the Slayers? Yeah, I actually did those back in 2012, though. So, yeah, flex, humble brag. I actually really enjoyed that as well. There's a certain sort of level of optional classic grind that I really enjoy, you know. It's true. And the Slayer achievements really hit that itch for me. It's really nice to go to like a dedicated specific area of Tyria and spent what felt like a considerable decent amount of time just killing mobs in that little area, you know. It just felt good, you know. It just felt like it's like active meditation almost. It's enjoyable. It was very satisfying to do. Here you go, and we get 2 here. Okay, yeah, Giant Slayer I don't have. Giant Slayer, sorry, is the one I don't have, but you know. The category in general. Alright, we got unlucky with all 3, but whatever. Okay, so back to the Gilded Hollow. That's why I like you, BDO. Yeah, there's kind of a thing in the Guild Wars community where you're not really allowed to admit that. You're not allowed to admit that maybe grind can be fun, that working for things, even brainless, like, you know, completely unengaging interactions, right? That are as basic as they come, just fucking auto-attacking. As a Guild Wars fan, you're not really meant to admit that you enjoy that, but I think there is something. There is something in my monkey brain that does actually like that. Alright, so here, light helmet recipe, Taylor, 450, recipe not currently known. That's a pricey ass recipe right there. I actually already have the legs made because it's of a Guild Wars 2 styles thing I did once. There you go. Okay, so now we can go to the Noble's Folly. Active meditation is a good description. Yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys have ever done a lot of running or a lot of walking. walking is like the coolest, and running's very similar, but they're just such like awesome fucking experiences, right? And that's just like a very natural, like human base. You would do that in the wild. You do that 10,000 years ago, you know, as a biological being on this planet, right? Like, you are geared for this kind of just like persistent activity, you know, that just this continuous, like, your brain like enjoys that shit, right? And you sort of end up exploring places, and you enter like this state that is really, really pleasant to be in. And I think grinding in MMOs kind of touches on that to a degree, at least biologically, evolutionary, you know. That's what I think is kind of going on there. So we're going to type ornate. Sorry, I'm at the artificing station. I need to be at the tailoring one. And there's nothing wrong with if a video game does that. Running is horrible and boring, but you need to do it. You're just... okay, what I'm talking about is like long-term running, okay? Like when your body is like well-tuned and it's not really struggling so much anymore. You're not thinking... once you're acclimated to the experience of running, the experience of being out of breath, the experience of your legs being pressured, right? Once you're at that point, you know, it's not something you actively consider anymore. It's really not. It just falls into the background, you know? Like if you're running for like 40 minutes straight, right? You're not thinking about every leg movement. And if you think, I'd be in agony running for 40, you're wrong. I promise you. Like, once you acclimate to a certain point, and there is a bar of fitness, definitely, but you'd be surprised how quickly you get there. It's just this really, like, comfortable, nice sort of... Like, you're very active, and your body is doing things, but your mind is, like, able to sort of... I don't know, just hit this kind of limbo. Do you guys... Am I describing this well? How else would you guys describe that? Alright, helmet. Ornate guild cows. So they want 3 guild insignias. Which I can make shit tons of, so that's fine. They want an ineffable embroidered gossamer insignia, which is going to be 3 patches. Pretty easy. I hate how WP tells me I'm wrong. It's stressful. Oh shit, this makes 5 per recipe. Wait, no it doesn't. The other thing made more. Can I TP these, or is, am I... Oh, I can, good. There'll be an economy for this just because of people making the mistake I just did. That is why this economy exists. You can profit off of that. It's called flow. Is it actually called flow? That sounds kind of like a non-scientific hippie vernacular, you know, like... That doesn't sound... I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that it's called flow. I mean, it's very descriptive, don't get me wrong. It's very elegant use of language, but I'm not buying it. There you go. So the ornate guild cow. Right. So with the cow, let's look at the gem store. So, and we're going to be next to our best friend here, Bard Bohi. Alright. So we have 2,400 gems, okay? And by the way, I've already sent you a message. Maybe you haven't noticed it though, but to Jin, the lovely lady that provided us the Choya Dance Entertainment, which was incredible, by the way, and I genuinely view as a highlight of the master streams, okay? You've got your gems now, by the way. So anyway, we got these to spend. And what I'm thinking is I won't get the pyre gloves, okay? Because these will probably become automatic unlocks later, and unlockers will work for those. But what I am thinking is maybe we could get the Aspect Master Greatsword. And to stick with promotions as well, we can probably also look at... what was the other thing? There's something else. And gliders, okay? So let's check this out. My gliders are pretty good, right? We're getting very close to being the glider master. I'm quite excited about this. The paraglider is new with this festival. So I'm... Oh, shit. What if I just type para? I'm thinking we get the Zephyrite Paraglider Glider. Which is actually what it's called. The Paraglider Glider. Because it's here now, you know, it's discounted or whatever. It's 400 gems. And then I'm also wondering if we just get Sunspear because it's available. And Shattered Bloodstone and Classical. What if we just fucking round this stuff out, right? What do you guys think? Because these aren't coming from unlockers, you know? So this is probably what we spend on. You guys have got a little bit of time here. Convince me in chat. We just changed the... Okay, wait. This is a different song or a different tempo? I mean, it's definitely a different tempo, right? Or is it... How do I... Like, I don't know anything about music, right? How many chords is this? 2 chords? That would be a chord. And that? Or are the animations not actually lining up? If the animations are lining up with the music as well. What is that? They aren't yet, but they will. Don't ruin your content. What? You think they'll add gliders to unlockers? I got a message. Oh, I did get a message. Well, yeah, that's because I just bought this. That's from ArenaNet because I just bought the paraglider. So go. Is this like a real world song as well, by the way? It's weird. The guitar at low res looks like a map of Tyria almost. There are gliders. Oh, I'm such a moron. Yeah, there are gliders in unlockers. Yeah, I'm such a fool. It's novelties that aren't in unlockers. And it's mounts that aren't in unlockers. And it's gathering tools. Do you guys really want to see why Master is like going to take us a long time? Are you guys ready? Wardrobe. Oh, no, that's not it. It's the vault. If we go to the vault, I'm not going to because I want to stand next to this guy. But we look at our gathering tools is like really bad. So we already have all of these, I think. Oh, no, we don't. Shit. So should I get the exosuit pack? That's pretty big value, isn't it? 40% off. I've never cared so much about this stuff, but here we are. Logan's Pact Marshal. Do I already have that? See, this has got an Onyx weapon. I don't have Cade's Crystal Bloom thing. But Onyx and gold weapons? Let's see. Do I have Logan's thing? No, I don't. Maybe this is the biggest value we can get. Because we get a skin, and another skin, and an outfit. And a Kralkatoric die. Which potentially is one of the dies we need. Crystal. That sounds like a Kralkatoric die. That's literally like 4 unlocks for 1,700 gems. Alright, I'm doing it. Commie says I need the Krauk dies. I'm trusting you, Commie. Alright, there you go. It's a big purchase for me. Okay, so we get Cade's Crystal Bloom swords. Well, we're going to take the focus. Since that's now our preoccupation. Onyx focus. And we get the gold lion as well. So that's 2 foci we get in one there, which is really good. We get an outfit that we never had before, which is really good. And 5 Kralkatoric dies. Oh shit, these are RNG, aren't they? But look, Shattered we need. Crystal we need. Brandstorm we need. Branded we need. We need all of these. So this is like some big... This is genuine loot box rolling right here. You guys ready? This is some serious loot boxing. This I'm more tense about and interested in than Ecto Gambling and Black Lion chests and the lot. Alright, this is what I really care about. You ready? So 3, 2, 1, go. We got fuck all. Alright, well. I thought that would have been a selected die kit. Probably a bit, but like account bound. Right, which is why the economies wouldn't have shifted. Alright, we can't even use the sword here because we're not Weaver teched. Okay, so is that all I want to do for gems? I could currency exchange another 100 to make a 400 gem purchase. This is 600 though. I'd love to pick this up now and just be like, okay, I'm done. But maybe, you know, maybe it's better value to do unlockers with that ultimately. They should have a thing that's like stuff you can afford, you know. What's at the 400 range? This song sounds nice. This sounds really nice. Here's what we want to get. A self-style hair kit. Yeah, guys? The big value. I loathe this shit. Look at this. I fucking hate everything that this stands for. Here's a thing, potentially. What about mail carriers? 350? Or is that better to automatic unlock? I guess they're unlocks. They're better for those. So what? Do we just leave it now? That seems pretty underwhelming. Look at that. They value 2,000 gems for instant 80. I like the art, though. There's actually a video on YouTube of all of the music. Is there now? That's kind of cool. Alright, I guess that's it. I guess I'll leave the 300 there then. Maybe we'll turn it into gold or something. I don't know. Get a random mount license? No. Look, when we go for mounts, I think I really want to go for mounts, like in a big way. Okay, so there was that. Hold on though. I had a little notepad where I wrote down all the things I wanted to do. Okay, so just a quick update for you all as well. Under Story Journal and Daybreak, you'll see I only need one more fountain for Not Thirsty. I missed it by one. Can't really be helped. But yeah, I wanted to do the pavilion purchase. I wanted to do the moors. And hold on, we've just been PvPing for like ages. So maybe the moors are up. Shit, we've missed them already. It's astounding to me that we're already over 2 hours. There it is though. Alright, so we've missed moors. I keep every fucking stream lately we're missing moors. We've done all of this stuff now. So starter guide, this was just what I was going to move on to. Oh, no. Okay, and here's the other thing. Big unlocks here as well. Check this out. Now, for some reason, the automatic or the wardrobe unlock analyzer didn't help me with this. For some reason, I don't know why. I think it's because the wardrobe analyzer hasn't properly been updated since the most recent Living World episode, since it was quite recent. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. But I realized we don't have some stuff from the main vendors up here. Okay, so check this out, guys. First, we go, I think it's to you. Yeah, Mini Ghostly Gwen. 105,000 karma. 25 Mistborn motes. Mini acquired. Gwen unlocked. Feels good. That feels good. I'm not just saying that. I feel good about unlocking fucking minis. How sad is this becoming? I'm getting really, really into it, you know. Just keep giving me that ding noise. You guys ready? Here, wait. Listen. Okay, and then over here, the Mini Bone Soldier, 105,000 karma. And you'll notice I cleanly have just enough karma for these things, right? And some Mistborn motes. Ready? Listen. Oh, wait. When we... Oh, did you hear the ding noise, guys? So good. Alright, so anyway, we got that. Good. So now when we scroll through, right? These are like elite mounts, right? There's like a selection of each of them, right? And you can get them from statuettes or whatever. Then you have the Winter's Day mounts, which I missed out on for minis. And then the Halloween mounts for minis, which I've missed out on. So, you know, there's a section of, like, various mount minis, right? Then we're into Path of Fire. So, super rare, expensive mini. Super rare, expensive mini. That guy's actually awesome how big he is as well. Less rare nowadays, but also expensive mini. Less rare, less rare. In fact, the Air Djinn is actually... The price point for the mini Air Djinn has really dropped. I looked at it before the stream. Check this out. Mini Air Djinn, 79 for buys. 60 for sales. So, you know, these guys are coming down. So, we're in Path of Fire. Wasn't he Gem Store? Or is he might still be Path of Fire. I don't know. I can't remember. And then a Season 3 Gem Store mini, which we missed. This is Season 3, but it was Gem Store, so we can't do anything. Then festivals. Gem Store during Heart of Thorns. Gem Store during Heart of Thorns. And then we're into the Raid minis. These are all Raid minis. All new Raid stuff. All of it. And, you know, some VG shit. Heart of Thorns Gem Store. Heart of Thorns Gem Store. Llamas that I haven't managed to pick up yet. I need to actually do monthlies, guys. I really want to do monthlies. Look at all this cool shit. There's like a whole armor set and stuff as well that's like hidden. Like, I need these tickets and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, and then Gem Store. Authenticator maybe or something? I don't remember where that one comes from. And then, like, festivals. Guild commendations. Guild commendations. Festivals. These are all just festivals. Festivals, festivals, festivals. So, I tell you what, that's not bad. It's not bad. 99% of what you're... like, probably like 80%? 75 to 80% of what you're looking at here is actually completely impossible for me to get. Because it's, like, behind time gates or just literally not, you know... It's festival oriented or Gem Store and it's not back. So anyway, I can start the Zia event if you want. Ratchy, that would be amazing. Yeah, I'll do Zia. If you want to do Zia on this stream, I'll do Zia. What I also want to do is roll for the mini Griffin. Wait. We just browsed through all the minis there, didn't we? And I didn't see the mini Griffin on that list. Did you guys? On the grayed out section at the bottom. Why is this loading screen so long? Oh no. Yeah, it's... Wait. Well, I don't understand. Is it a hidden mini? God, he's so dumb. Okay, it's hidden. Alright, yeah, you guys are saying it's hidden. How is that dumb? How is that dumb for me to just want to verify before wondering if it's hidden? It's not dumb just because I don't instantly look at chat and see, you know, the responses that are there. No, we haven't decided whether hidden means not master or not yet. There's some hidden stuff that I genuinely think, you know, you should get. No, but I didn't. I may have been given the information that it was hidden in the past, but that doesn't mean I've retained it and know it. Because if I knew it, I clearly would have, you know, I wouldn't have done that whole thing there, would I? I clearly didn't know it, otherwise I wouldn't have looked. Right, anyway, what was I going to do? So yeah, we're going to do it. There were PvP finishes for World Tournament in the Gem Store, but when they release a raid mini to celebrate a raid release, the whole fucking PvE community whines and an echo of preaching of certain complete fucked up. I like, in terms of hidden, there is a weird one. Like, there's actual finishes in the game that are hidden, but I could potentially have had in the past. But the thing is, those events aren't running anymore and likely never will. Like, the World versus World ones, right? So I have... Some of you guys will trump me on this, right? I only have the bronze Doliak. I only have him. And I've got 172 in my storage. Some of you guys will have silver. A lot of you guys will have silver. A lot of you guys will have gold, right? It was really easy to just like, oh, be on Blackgate and there you go. You get gold, right? I know a lot of people that have got... So they actually have some slots on their finishes that I will never have. Unless the devs like do something for World vs. World. So, with regard to the, like, whole hidden thing, I don't know. maybe it's okay for all those kinds of things, because it's not just that they're hidden, but it's also that they're hidden and they're on things that aren't returning. So they're excluded. This is really weird. That was a very quick one. In the 25-second range. We've only broken 25. You know what? When I hit this, when I got 24.9, I was not 105, was I? Wasn't I a lot further up? Oh, that's probably... It's based on the region that I'm on. Got nothing. His inventory is getting a bit of a mess. It's probably because I took it into PvP a bit. And then Azaric, you're here. You don't like hidden achievements? Why not? I don't see any downsides to hidden achievements. There was once a patch or a situation where to get a meta achievement, you needed like a hidden one. Or like under most realistic circumstances, you needed a hidden achievement to get a meta. And that was weird. That was pretty broken. And I'm pretty much against that. But in general, I would say that's an issue with the meta rather than the hiddens in general. Yeah, there you go. It was Path of Fire Act 3. There you go. It might have been in Season 3 as well. I know people in chat are saying that there. But the one I was thinking of was the Path of Fire one. There's definitely a Path of Fire thing. Okay, so I wanted to do that. And then the other thing I wanted to do... Alright, we can proc an activity while I wonder what it was. Let's do it on Liz, I guess. Who's now wearing this weird outfit. I'm not recognizing her icon. You feel as though Doric was like that? Doric definitely had some good hidden stuff in it. There was some of the hidden achievements in Season 3, the last ones for me to get in the whole game when I like verified on efficiency were Lake Doric ones. In fact, possibly the last Season 3 achievement I got at all was that. So Ratchi has just typed in chat saying, Zia's on the way, can someone help out? And then Zia has failed as I was alone. I'm really sorry about that, Ratchi. There was about 120 seconds between the first and the last message. I missed it. I was on the race, you can see here. I'm really sorry about that, Ratchi. I really, really am very happy and thankful though that you had the impulse to go do that. I really appreciate that, because yeah, that's a big one for me. I like novelties. Right, okay, so we'll go do this activity. I'm really sorry about that, Raji. Yeah, Zia can be a bit punishing on your own. I should have gone and helped. I should have focused on it more. I'm not in the right mind for that at the moment. Bit sleepy. Well, don't worry about staying for the event to pop. Since it might take like quite a while. In which case I think people will want to be going to bed or starting their days. Yeah, Valen's going for the tonic as well, so he'd always help. I'm on EU at the moment, but we could do it on NA. Alright, so it's Kegbrul. And there's another player here. There's a Spuds. Which goal am I shooting in? Reds. We'll just try and do like one round. Sorry guys, I'm muting that. There's no way. There's no way I'm listening to it. Hitting that mute. Yeah, NA was yesterday. Today I've been EU. Usually on EU I don't play Mirage. What might have thrown you is... Mirage is more of an NA thing for me, because I can play it on low latency and not give a fuck. So normally if I'm ever on Mirage, it's NA. But today is a bit of an exception. I played EU Mirage too. Like, the entirety of last season, I played, like... Genuinely, it was, like, vast... For the games that counted anyway, right? At the end. It was, like, nearly all Scourge games. That's what the vast majority of the season was on EU for me. It was Scourge and a bit of Scrapper and a bit of Hollow. And yes, also a bit of Mirage, but not much. Maybe like 10 to 12 games of the full 120. But I had a guy who was like, oh, you just play Mirage all the time. You abuse Mirage. I was like, I didn't even really play much CI Mirage while I was in there. I didn't like Mantra of Distraction. I didn't like CI that much. Didn't play the CI variant. And I didn't even play that last season. But apparently, like, that's all I play. It's my mistake because I get kind of passionate about that build. I don't know why. It's my mistake for sharing it in too many videos or streams. Yeah, I genuinely had a really salty guy who was like, you just abuse it. But for NA, I definitely abuse it. It's like my go-to on NA. You'll just stay here waiting for the event, but not actually start the event before there are others there. Well, that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, if it's going on once we get out of this. Why is the Necro Warden of Tides? I might not be able to articulate this properly, and I might not get you guys on board with it. But I kind of like the idea of beautiful. That counted as an intercept too. I like the idea of condition damage. You know, condies are like atrophy and they're ramp, and you know, like they build up, and the weight of them kind of like splashes over you, and like it feels very watery to me. You know, it feels very like it's like this relentless, unstoppable, powerful force. Like water is like this incredibly cool thing, right? Like you watch a movie like Titanic or whatever, and you just see the sheer power of nature and the oceans, and just the strength of just vast quantities of water that just keeps stacking up and stacking up and stacking up, and they'll overwhelm anything. You know, they'll bring the greatest of ships to its heel. They'll do what, you know, enough water will do whatever the fuck it wants, right? And to me, that's very much like a condition kind of play style. You know, just like the swarm, the unrelenting weight of the condies just piling on like wave after wave. You know, it's very like liquid. It's very. So when I think about like Scourge, and you know, Scourge is just like the epitome of that. Just keep splashing those condies on until they just like cling to someone and sag them down. You know, they're dripping off of the person. It's all water to me. So you know, I liked the idea of making kind of a very watery looking, very blue themed necromancer, Scourge particularly, and at the time I was naming a lot of my characters after wardens because I like the wardens in Guild Wars 1. And the wardens are very, like, nature-y themed as well, right? Like, you know, the actual warden names are, like, the warden of... I think there was, like, a warden of thorns, of brambles, of, you know they pick, like, phenomenons of nature. And there were only so many of them in Guild Wars 1. Those are the ones I remember. Let's have a look. And most of those names are taken in Guild Wars 2, or just unviable. You're not allowed them. Let's see. So there's the Wind Warden, Forests Warden, Thorns, Spirits, Trunks, Trees, Leaves, and you know, so just kind of naturey stuff. So I just thought Tides. You know, I thought Tides was kind of a nice word, and that's kind of where that character came from. One I was very close to was Shells as well, the Warden of Shells. But I thought Tides sounded better, and Tides sort of more closely gripped the sensation of condition damage to me. So that's where the name came from. And then I put the Lagos wings on it, and all anyone ever said to me was, "Whoa, you made a Lagos!" And that's what it's actually people think of. They think it's just a Lagos roleplay, but it's not really. It's just I think that backpack complements it visually a lot. So if Condi is water, then power is lightning if you're sticking to natural forces. I guess, to an extent. And I mean, yeah, my Fresh Air Ellie is the Warden of Storms. But that was just a more basic kind of, he's air magic, you know. It's air specialization. It's air skills that are the most thematic. And, you know. It doesn't look like Lagos roleplay characters. Yeah, I would imagine Lagos roleplay characters are kind of... medium armor, you know. I would expect that, like, you could probably do like a thief kind of Lagos roleplay a lot better, right? Like the whole assassination thing, and you know, the kind of, you know, they wear like leathery gear, right? They look more like adventurers. I think you'd probably do a Sylvari again, just for like the skin tone, but you'd be like medium. I think medium armor. You'd be in leathers and shit. And I think Thief's good as well, because you could put a sword on it. Like, when I think a Lagos, and I think like a Lagos in a combat pose or whatever, I think of it wielding a blade, don't you guys? Like, particularly like a sword. Maybe I just think of Sire a little bit too much. But I don't really think of casters. Which helmet would resemble the Lagos? Any of those just like masks, right? Like Lagos in game tend to be always in aqua breathers, like when you interact with them most and see them most up close and up front. So we get 5 AP there. We're 10 out of 50. Look at that shit. You have to beat it 30 times to ding that for 5 AP. Holy fuck. So that was our 60th. I'll do another round since this is pretty clean right now. And getting these scores is nice. You made a... I mean, heavy could work too. Like, I think the Revenant gear kind of feels quite Largos-y. I might be wrong about that because... Like, think about, like, Unrelenting Assault, right? On Rev. Or Hammer 3 on Rev. I guess Smoke Assault and Smoke Scales and stuff, but whatever, right? Like, I think, wait. Why is the Dragon Bash decoration still rolling in here, by the way? Holy fuck. Like, this is... you know what? That bug, that visual thing, Kralkatorrik in the sky here still, even though Dragon Bash isn't up. That's the same thing that happens in the personal story where you see loads of Shatterers flying around in the brand and they're, like, overlapping. Like, Kralkatorrik now has the exact same bug as the Shatterer has. That's really weird. Why have they loaded it into the festival variant or whatever? Why is that toggled on? I think it might be toggled on because the asset itself is too far away for us to... I don't know. I don't know what it is. Anyway, yeah, for the Largos thing, like, when I think of Largos, I think of them teleporting, you know? I think of them shadow stepping a lot, which, again, is kind of thiefy, but... I think Largos Revenant is kind of cool. In fact, you know what? If they ever did like an underwater expansion or a heavy underwater theme on something, the Revenant specialization to add should definitely have a Largos legend. Don't you guys think? I think Largos are just so fitting for the Revenants. Maybe it overlaps a bit too much with Shiro. You know, an assassin bodyguard is not going to be too different to a contracted assassin. Amongst the Largos. But, you know, he's actually kind of watery, sort of shadow steppy, watery kind of Revenant supplement might be a really nice mix. They're probably just low-key proud and don't want it truly gone. No, that's not going to have anything to do with it, man. That's an oversight right there, I'll tell you that. For nothing. No one at that studio will have made a decision to do with Keg Brawl in the first place. Maybe someone on QA verified that it was there in Keg Brawl and they were like, whatever. But there will have been no design consideration for Keg Brawl as far as that was done. Just as long as it didn't break, right? Because you gotta understand, just because it's a festival doesn't mean it's gone. Right? Like, maybe if it's your first year ever playing Guild Wars 2, I can understand that perspective. But, you know, like... These are permanent, you know, functioning elements of the MMO. It's just that they only appear every now and then, right? Like, I would say Super Adventure Box now, you know, with its regular scheduled yearly returns and stuff. Like, these things are, you know, they're tangible elements of the game to me now. This guy's long shorts are getting really close. He's doing really good. Oh, he went short with that as well. Look, he's not even stealing the shots from us. So nice of you guys. It's so good of you. Alright, we'll do 3. Just because Keg Brawl intimidates me so much, we'll do a third one. We'll play a little bit greedier on Keg Brawl. Just because this shit seems so crazy to me. You wouldn't mind seeing a Rev Legend with more mobility, though I guess it might get nutty when paired with Shiro and PvP. Yeah, man. They don't need more mobility. They have Axe 4. They have Sword 5. They have fucking Sword 3 to an extent. It actually latches you onto people. They have the Shiro port that they can double cast if they pool a little bit of energy. Well, not really. I mean, there's a cooldown, but you go on. They got a lot of fucking mobility. Even Star 5 feels like mobility. You couldn't have a build that has Sword offhand, Axe offhand, and Staff, admittedly. But you can have a build that has a lot, you know. There's nearly always good mobility opportunity on a Rev. I think basing a specialization around more mobility is just insanity. I don't think that they would do that. Even Malix you can consider to have mobility. This is from someone that doesn't play Shiro as well. Well, that's fair, but you got to understand most players in most formats of the game are on Shiro. Shiro's pretty fucking good. It's really fun too. I love Shiro. I love Shiro. I love Devastation. I love the way that Rev in general is structured. I think it's really clear and crisp. It's good. This is what it takes to have 37k achievements. Actually, not really, man. I don't know. Master's been really weird because my AP hasn't really moved much, I feel. Do you guys think I've gained much AP since Master started? I don't think I have. I mean, we've not really focused on it much, though, so far anyway, I think. It is an interesting question, by the way. What would you do with Rev? Because I already think Renegade struggled with that like identity issue. Like, what do you do with Rev? Like, it's so well-rounded and clean. I think a second legend that supplements Ventari would be insane for Rev. I think that they could quite comfortably make a big support ideal. Not that, you know, and Renegade already kind of can be rolled like that, right? So that's maybe sort of what they were going with the spirits or whatever. But imagine if you had something really fucking dirty strong for, like, resustain of yourself and your allies once you swap off of the tablet, right? Like, really good. You can check the curve on efficiency if you're curious. Hey, that's a really good idea. I am curious. Let's have a look. So where do I go for that? I go stats. And then I go... that's not right. Let me click account. And it's showing me a line for my account wealth, but not AP. Apparently I had 36,023 AP on the first day of master. So I've gained like 1k AP. Like, it's nothing, guys. Like 1k AP? That's not very much. Really. Especially considering we've gone through 2 festivals, right? With like those big juicy plus 50s and stuff. Oh, by the way, you guys are talking about like stream quality and settings and stuff. I have to say, I was rewatching a VOD of mine. Do you remember we had like that complete fucking nutter that said that people in those Brazilian prisons that got caught up in that riot and like 60 or 70 people died? Someone was like, let them, they dealt drugs, so they should just, you know, let them kill one another. Like this complete moron, like this person who should be embarrassed to fucking have ever piped up. And I sort of, I commented on that on the stream. Someone left some comment on Wood and Potatoes 2 about it. So, just saying, hey, WP, I liked that you said all this or whatever. Anyway, so I rewatched that bit of the VOD because I was wondering how it really sounded. That was good, Fumblinton thingy. And the quality looked really, all of this is to say, the quality looked really low. I'm not sure I like the 60 FPS 720, basically. Or 900p. Because when it's going to... It looks alright here, but when it goes over to YouTube, they're just dropping it down to raw 720. And I don't really like it very much on that. So it's 720-60. You don't get the 960. Or maybe it does, it just takes a few more days to process. Smith says 1k is a lot, you just had a lot already. Maybe you're right. Guild Wars 2 Master doesn't know how to use efficiency. Cringe. Alright, Cat threw it the other direction. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there you go. I found it. I figured it out. You just click account as the main category, and then achievements as the subcategory. Oh, no. That's still not like a line. That's not showing me it in a line form. That's just showing me. That's that awesome page where, like, it will turn a section green once you've done everything. Like, I genuinely think ArenaNet should do that. Like, you see the text here? The color of the text? It should go green, or there should be a check mark once you've done it all. Just putting that little check mark there would do so much to motivate so many other players into becoming Guild Wars 2 Masters or becoming AP Hunters. Getting the green check marks, I promise. Like, it would be huge. It's just one of those little things that would go a very long way. There's just a little green check mark up to the big categories here. I wanted to say something snarky. What, me? A second ago. What are my thoughts about the talk of Cantha being scrapped due to cultural issues with China? That's like really old. Oh my god, I haven't seen a volunteer prompt like this for so long. I get 25 rank points. And a guaranteed win bonus. I wonder what that actually means at this point. 25 rank points. What rank am I now? I'm level 765. By the way, because I farmed so many wins earlier, over the past couple of days, I've literally bumped Champion Brawler up. Like, something like 200 wins this week alone. But do you remember that was like only at the start of the 9,000s when we were looking before, and now we're coming up on 9,400. Like, it's really accelerated. That guy scored. That was pretty awesome. He's my enemy, right? So... Shit, I've been scoring in the wrong goal the whole time. It's interesting that it's giving me points anyway. Yeah, it uses SPVP rank in here. Not keg rank. But we're now 3/4 of the way to the big 1,000. Oh yeah, look, this is like one more PvP. Oh. Yeah, the Chinese thing, I don't know. I don't really care or think about it, really. I think it's always been a strange side. You know what? It's a shame that Josh Foreman isn't there anymore, because he had a really interesting quote a few years ago when he was more open with the community. Before he basically got told to shtum to some degree, I think. Which was kind of like about why they didn't do it quickly and the whole thing with the Great Collapse. And it's always seemed so weird and mysterious and like conspiratorial to me. There you go. They just scored their 11th. Zia's up again. Alright, let's go to Zia. That's good stuff. That's good timing right there. Yeah, seeing those MP stars going away is kind of nice. Better feedback in game like that would be nicer. Alright. The very start of Zia. I have to say, I'm very bored of this event. Doing it from the very start is quite the consuming time, but fine. Yeah, if you guys want to come on over, we can do Zia. You never know. It might be the day. The Infinite Tonic might finally get it. Ratchy sent a party invite. The more the merrier. We are on... Oh, wait. But... Okay, yeah. Makes you wonder how much power NCSoft had over ArenaNet back then, as it's the sort of thing they might do. Yeah, again, I'll just be very clear. I always say this. My impression of their relationship is that NCSoft was always very, like, forgiving and relaxed and very, you know, chill when it came to ArenaNet and, like, how much time they gave them to work on projects and stuff like that. And they were fairly hands-off. That was always my impression. I don't know for sure. But one fact I do know for sure is that the guy, like, heading... okay, I don't know for sure. I can't remember anymore. If someone would verify this, you'd be a legend. You know how there were 3 leaders of ArenaNet? 3 founders? I think the first founder to leave ended up heading up NCSoft West, which is the actual, like, branch or whatever that was publishing for ArenaNet stuff, right? NCSoft West. It's not just NCSoft, it's NCSoft West, right, I think. And the big guy in charge literally was ex-ArenaNet, right? So if you're in that situation, you know, it makes a lot of sense that you'd have confidence in the studio and you'd pull the strings where you can, and, you know, they'd have the comfort and the quality to really make something amazing. And with when it comes to development of Guild Wars 2 and stuff, you know, and live development of Guild Wars 2 and whatever. This was my understanding of it. And then I think the second guy of the 3 to leave, I think he went off to do Undead Labs and State of Decay and stuff, I think. You don't think any of them went to work for NCSoft? No. There's definitely a thing that, like... What's the name of the guy? Like... and I don't know how long this is now. How long ago this is now. Or what's really going on. I don't know how much stuff's changed. I mean, clearly it's been a bit, you know... A bit of a long time, I guess. Like, let's think about this, right? What was the perfect world for ArenaNet? Here was the perfect world. 2012, Guild Wars 2 releases. 6 months later, Living World Season 1 kicks up. Late 2013, so right on the border, so a year and a half after the game came out, somewhere around there, coming up to towards 2 years, Guild Wars 2 has its first expansion. Yeah? Already. 2014, ArenaNet's new MMO comes out. Or new game or whatever. Or fucking new Guild Wars 1 campaign or some shit. I don't know. 2014. Instead, in reality, all that had happened really was Heart of Thorns was coming out. After Season 1 had been completely scrapped and changed and stuff. Right, and we'd had big content droughts. And they'd fucked about with the Chinese launch and stuff. All massive time wasting. 2015... Guild Wars 2's second expansion in 015. That's the equivalent of Path of Fire, which here we are playing in 19. I reckon they could have been busting that out. They could have been dealing with that in like 14, 15. 2016, their second game's first expansion, or even a third game. You know, some other product. They don't have to be full-fledged MMOs, right? Or just other stuff that the studio's putting out, experimenting with, playing with. 2017, we see something. 2018. Then, yeah, you know, they could be dipping their toes. They could have been doing all this stuff, you know. All these things could have been going on. And in that world, you know, NCSoft, they'd probably still be very happy to be super hands-off, wouldn't they, at that point? As long as there's, like, some return on those things, on those projects. Those other attempts from the studio had manifested into stuff. Probably, possibly, no? I mean, if they just released a ton of shit that flopped, then yeah, maybe alright. And maybe the reason we didn't see much is because it would have flopped. And the devs were smart to know that. And, you know, the result is that it's still waters, but still waters have been running deep, you know? Who are we to know? Peering in from the outside. But it does feel like there's been very little movement. Like, here's the thing, right? We'll be in 2020. We'll blink our eyes and we'll be in 2020. We'll be in a new decade, okay? Right? The start of this decade, 2010, that's fucking Guild Wars 2 hype days. 2010? That's Guild Wars 2 hype days. That's like early alphas and demos and trailers and shit coming out. That's like, so it's literally like a decade of Guild Wars 2. That's what we've just lived through. A decade of Guild Wars 2. As an ArenaNet consumer, it's been a decade of Guild Wars 2. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. By 2010, if you're playing Guild Wars 1, you're doing it Whole of Monuments, you know, motivated. And yeah, there was Beyond going on, definitely. And there were, you know, Winds of Change especially and stuff. There were, but, you know, it's the decade of Guild Wars 2. But that decade of, and that's fine. But it doesn't feel like a decade of Guild Wars 2. Because that entire decade of Guild Wars 2 has been a decade with siphoned talent and, like, focus on other projects. Like, if it was truly a decade of Guild Wars 2 where it had been the soul fixation and the intended soul fixation, who knows what kind of incredible world we could be living in. But instead we've lived, like, begrudgingly, it's been a decade of Guild Wars 2. That's the world we seem to live in, where it's a decade of Guild Wars 2, but it's been this begrudging thing, you know. It's been this thing where, unfortunately, it's a decade of Guild Wars 2. The devs didn't want it to be a decade of Guild Wars 2. They misallocated resources away from Guild Wars 2. And we got the best of neither world. Does that make sense, you know? It wasn't them releasing Guild Wars 2 and saying, this is going to be the best fucking MMO you've ever seen. Alright, our launch release market wasn't too good and we had some blunders in 2012, but don't worry about it. We're going to go big dick on it. It wasn't that. It was, well, let's sort of have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and, you know, see where we end up. If you can't squad join, yeah, it's probably because you're on the wrong region. Also, getting one shot there is really weird. WP open squad? What do you mean? You want me to become the commander? It's not locked. People can send invites. It's raid mode, so I'll turn raid mode off. If you're on EU, try again now then. I mean, these people clearly got in. You just want to hear on the 30th that we'll have at least a year or two of full focus on Guild Wars 2? No, I think that who was it that said this? One of the laid off devs said that it might have been Josh actually on his little statement about it. That the simple fact is a studio working only on one thing is not a studio in a healthy place. Like, every studio needs to have something, at some level, somewhere they're looking at other projects. And that will be true for ArenaNet of today. Even after layoffs for all those other projects and stuff, and things might have been scrapped and remade, and they probably reassessed what they as a studio are all about and all that kind of stuff. They probably still have, you know, we are never going to be in a world where it's sole Guild Wars 2. Because, like, take it this way. If they had been all about Guild Wars 2 for all these years, if they had really committed to a decade of Guild Wars 2 and that's what they wanted to do, right? And it was this thriving, massive game with, you know, 5 times, 6 times, tuple the user base, right? And PvP had continued been funded, and World vs. World had gone through all these changes, and PvE had come faster and thicker and harder and, you know, frothier, right? Like, if we were in that situation, even if that had all happened and they were very proud and happy and successful, I think closing the decade out, the studio at this point would still be thinking, all right, let's look at the next big thing. Probably, right? So it absolutely has to be the truth that they're doing that now, because not only is there all that going on, but their backs are kind of against the wall almost a little bit as well, because they never committed hard enough to it. I really hope that I'm explaining this properly. I'm in a very tired state right now. So. I have a feeling I'm going to come back to this and listen to myself talk later, and it's just all gobbledygook. And people are just like being polite in chat, like, yeah, okay. Yeah, but making sense. Yeah, no, I agree. Jagex showed with RuneScape that you can commit fully. Well, to a degree, you know, they've done mobile ports and they've done other versions and iterations and stuff. But Grinding Gear probably is the best example, the whole PoE thing. I think that that's very, very true. And I actually think as well, if you look at the way like Square Enix structures themselves in terms of maintaining their franchises and stuff, the way FF14's handled is probably pretty close. I mean, the boundary is an interesting thing to talk about. Like, at what point... At what point is it wrong for a studio to dedicate a segment of itself to a game, but that segment is wholly devoted? Like, isn't it arbitrary to... Like, once you're under the umbrella of the company, if you have... It's like, okay, take an MMO studio that's 70 people, alright? That's it. 70 people, and they're all dedicated to their one game, blah, 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 blah. They see success and stuff, so on. Then take another company that's got 300 people. Within that 300, they have the same number. They've got 70 people dedicated to their current live product, and the rest are on something else. Both are sort of, you know, they have that core, passionate, empowered manpower in place, right? Isn't it irrelevant? Isn't it arbitrary that the 300-man studio also has other stuff, you know, satelliting it, you know, on the periphery outside, you know? At the end of the day, once you're in that building, there's certain, you know, you're in those rooms, people are dedicated to what they're doing, and that's kind of what... So, you know, isn't it arbitrary to sort of criticize ArenaNet for dipping their fingers in multiple pies and the other pies got burnt in the oven? Isn't that arbitrary and unfair? You got to remember that the studio was hiring. You got to remember that, right? Like, it's not like... People like to say, oh, they siphoned from Guild Wars, blah, blah, blah. But they were hiring more. They were expanding to support these new products they were working on. And it was a lot of that expansion that then just got pulled back in on, right? It was... I mean, it is true that it was siphoning from Guild Wars because all those hires could have gone on to Guild Wars, right, as well at the same time. So you can make that argument, right? And I'm not deflecting from that. But my point is that, you know, too many cooks can spoil the soup. It's not like there's just a magic number of people you throw on something. A talented, directed, strong vision on even a smaller group of people can still do profoundly good stuff with an existing product, you know? And maybe it wasn't a mistake. Maybe it wasn't a managerial mistake to expect that to work out for Guild Wars, you know? Guild Wars 2. And cook lots of pies. Alright, I'm definitely rambling. Alright, did we get lucky? Because I didn't even check. 22. I'm guessing we didn't get lucky. But I thought I already had 22 there, so... Did we not loot it at all? Well, I do have another version of Zia event available on this map. Oh, really? There's 2 of them going at once right now, are there? That's interesting. Tulip says, I think most people who are willing to think about it for a moment are not angry that ArenaNet branched out. They're angry that it felt like the game already went on maintenance mode in Season 4, which if you kind of believe Jessica Price tweets on the matter, they kind of did. No, you can't say that as a season's being released, it's in maintenance mode. What are you talking about? Come on, Tulip. That's not a reasonable stance, even remotely. Guild Wars 2 has never felt like it's in maintenance mode. It's just felt like it's not lived up to its potential, alright? They're very different things. Guild Wars 1 is on maintenance mode, right? Let's not fudge the way we speak here. Guild Wars 2 has never felt like it's on maintenance mode. Not even in the pre- and post-Heart of Thorns content droughts. That's not maintenance mode. That's not anywhere near maintenance mode. I mean, fuck, the post-Heart of Thorns supposed content drought wasn't even a drought. It was filled with, like, raid releases. Look at that, alright? Like, look at the QQ about raid releases nowadays, right? If you want to see any strong, the strongest argument probably for the devs that, you know, don't go too heavy on raids, right? It's literally post-HOT. Post-HOT, there was, like, a good period of, like, what was it, 5 months? Where all the content releases for that period for PvE were raid related. There was no balance for anything else. It was just raid stuff coming out. And people fucking loathed it. Do you remember that? It's too much cold water on the face. Too much of a system shock for the way that Guild Wars 2 had been before. And, you know, maybe they made some decisions after that. Took a while to get Bastion following that, didn't it? You want new classes and build diversity? I think you're making a mistake thinking you need new classes for build diversity. I think you're actually insane and haven't thought very deeply about Guild Wars at all. Guild Wars 2 does not need new classes. This is pretty epic. This is what you're meant to be collecting on the Tornado, isn't it? But now it's just like, you know, like a highway. A skyway. A sky scaleway. If I had more confidence, I'd be like doing this, but I think I'll miss one or two. Dude, there should be races on this. Should have people race along it, and the ones that have the balls to like get the leap just enough, because like you can spam this thing, right? This is like the race we were doing before. Now look at this. If you hit all of these perfectly, well, how does this compare to Griffin's speed? What do you guys think? Is this not faster than Griffin? If I was hitting all of them, if there was absolutely no gap ever. Right, so like hitting just one orb, I can dash 4 times. Like, look at this. That's pretty quick, isn't it? If we look at the map, see how spaced out my dots become. Maybe Griffin's quicker. Is this your daily magic farm? Well, I'm now too low to get him. Ah, yeah, we're screwed. Your dad go faster than the top speed Griffin? Yeah, maybe. My point is that it felt like they stretched themselves thin if they really had to lay off that many people to close a few projects. Oh, I mean, yeah, I agree. Like I say, I'm dismayed for many of the reasons that other people were. But who knows what we'll get on the 30th, guys, right? It's pretty exciting. Okay, let's see. We did the minis, we did the gem store stuff, we did the races, the activity, we did Zia. I will do one last little thing here. I'm really tired. Spyro gameplay happening. It did feel pretty Spyro-y, actually. It really did. Gotta love some Spyro. Gonna dash through those trains. Ah, look. I felt like it might be going on, you know. I really did. Sun Spears are raiding the Mordant Crescent Hall, and it's the gate. Holy shit. Guys, come along here. Come to the gate with me. This is gonna be really good. Zia's up on another map. I think I can only get the reward once, though, Ratchy. Ratchy, look at all these mails you've sent me. Genuinely, I just deleted like 8 mails from you. That's not a criticism. I love that you know that's one of the easiest ways to get a response out of me. I'll like click a mail pretty quick because I'll be like, did somebody send a Black Lion key? Right? And I'll just click it really quickly. So it looks like no one's doing the event and it's 6 minutes. But if the Zerg comes here, if you guys come here, we can get 1 fountain before it ends. But you guys will have to come quick. Does anybody want to try it? Let's see. Let's see if we can get some help. We only need a few players. But if we get that fountain, we're done with this release. We've finished this. And we're truly up to a star to guide us. Yeah, I'm waiting for like a troll mail now. Someone's going to send like eighth of path keys or something. I got you, WP. There you go. Look at that dash emote. Look at that good usage of the dash emote right there. Beautiful. You really hope for a sky scale adventure in Season 5? How would a sky scale adventure work? Because they clearly like didn't believe in it enough to do it on the actual Dragonfall release. But maybe the Dragonfall release was a little bit squeezed. I mean, there's kind of a weird thing here, actually. You know, on the one hand, I'm saying, oh, the studio, they just got rid of people that were working on other projects. And on the other hand, we all openly forgive the last episode for being a bit weaker and coming a bit later and stuff because of layoffs. Maybe, isn't that based on, like, moral grounds, though, or whatever? Didn't everyone, like, get, like, a few days off and, like, get to just, like, chill and, like, there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of emotion going on, so no matter what project you were on. Seen a ton of your friends get called away. Oh, somebody actually sent a real key. Oh, look at this. Not even baiting there. That was really nice of you. Thank you. I doubt I have a chest on me. Oh, I do. I've got 13. Okay, that was a really, really, really bad roll. But thank you. I really appreciate that. We probably deserve a bad roll because I've had too many good ones for too long. Alright, so basically we clear them out of the courtyard and then the fountains trigger. So we have 4 minutes, 30 seconds to clear this courtyard. And then we can break 1 fountain and we are finished with this whole release. This is probably a Black Lion chest. Oh, here you go. Hee, got you. It's a Stonefist key. You used to unlock the chest that contains the Stonefist Knuckle Salve in the Domain of Istan. I actually have no idea what that's all about. I have no idea. What? That's not an achievement or anything. Did I do that and just forget? This is from the Aether Path, and you can get from anywhere you're fighting that's technically Tarnished Coast. The Alpha Inquest control key, I'm guessing, is some heart somewhere. The Beta Inquest control key. Guess they're from the same map. I actually don't know those two. My trivia is being locked down. Warden of Illusions. Wait, oh, what, the guy that... Was that the guy's character name from the mail? That's pretty fun. I have the Warden of Thoughts. If I'm ever playing Warden of Thoughts, that character is usually like a very off-meta, weird build. So if you ever see that, get ready for me to tank your game. Because I don't give a fuck about your enjoyment. I'm here to try out weird traits. Literally, sometimes I'll make a build just so that I see a weird, like, skill icon on the kill counter down there. Like, alright, I want... Like, what did I do with Weaver the other day? I did a Weaver build specifically to see a kill with Mudslide. Like, I wanted to see actual Mudslide itself score a kill. Wait, was it Mudslide or was it the other CC? It was one of the CCs. It might have been... Yeah, it wasn't Katabatic. You see Katabatic all the time. World of Warcraft's narrative team has 10 to 11 people. My impression of World of Warcraft's story, though, and narrative or whatever, is not that high. All right, we kill the captain, and then we get the fountains. So, holy shit, we're cutting this close. I feel kind of bad for all the randoms that have appeared here now. Because of this tag or whatever. Oh, shit, we might actually miss it. The game is biting back here. We actually really need to try here. Okay, so I'm going to give people might. He's against the thing. I'm going to proc fresh air. We're going to whirl. That's pretty good. I think we got like 30k there. I have to dodge that at the right time. Got it. No, it wasn't 30k. Overload. 1 minute 20. We got to kill him and get inside. You guys got to remember here. Get ready for the overload again. $21k. Maybe it was 30 actually. Whoa, my overload got dropped in the sky. Do you see that up there? It's pretty funny. Okay, the Aurine brand, that's pretty good. Gonna bounce everyone's boons and stab. Dodge the animation. Shit, he moved. That's not good. Fuck. We've got to go so quick. 40 seconds. Where's the first? We got to... here, come to the door as well, guys. Guys on stream, come to the door. Because we got to get in there. We got to break it quick. Here you go. This is it. This is for the master. 29 seconds. Doors open. Here's the fountain. 23 seconds. We got a Reaper in. DPS it. DPS it. DPS. 16 seconds. Oh, the music actually means something now. 20. There we go. Easy. 7 seconds to spare. I wasn't even panicking. Not even panicking. Beautiful. Event failed. Now we have to leave. Not thirsty. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty thirsty for that. Damn. Imagine if I had that thought just a few seconds later. I procrastinated just a little bit longer earlier. That entire meta wouldn't have happened. None of these players would be here. That gate would not be open. That's kind of a beautiful, cool thing about Guild Wars. Guild Wars 2 prides itself with plot twists and deep speculative lore, right? Oh, Cordis, are you offended that I don't have a high opinion of WoW? I don't know. WoW probably is really good with its certain style and its flavor of storytelling around... Like, it seems to base itself very deeply around, like, the idea of great heroes. And it's kind of like, there's a certain style to Blizzard's execution that I think is quite good and a lot of people could sort of tap into. But I don't actually think it's that deep. I don't think it actually goes that far. I might be wrong. It's probably quite good how they get you very compelled about the activities of specific characters, though. Another key. Jesus, thank you. Look at that. Oh, we got a rare roll on that as well. And it was a fused scepter. We actually got a rare roll, like a legit rare roll. That's a good thing as well. Let's see. So the scepter's down to 26 gold. There, Shatter probably said it in a better way to me. WoW story isn't at all good, but they sure can make a memorable character. There you go. That's probably the best way of articulating how I feel. Fused. Oh, we're on sale at the moment. Fused. Axe dropped a bit to 89. The dagger still up there. I don't know what to say. I don't know how long I should wait as well, because we do need to... Well, no, it's fine. It's just unlockers. I don't know why I keep giving such a shit about that. Because we just do unlockers. Right, so we've got 7 of these total. Which is not enough for an unlock. So that's fine. And these still haven't updated. By the way, another thing about Fractal God that's occurred to me. It actually occurred to me on a prior occasion. But it's much more interesting now that we've done so many chests. Check this out. One of the things that the reason why you do fractal dailies like over and over and over and over and over and over and over again is because you want pristines, but you also want just general fractal relics, right? Like that's the thing. And we actually now have 30, at least 30. I think I've got some lingering on other characters. Tyrion exchange vouchers, each one giving 100 relics, so I could get 30,000 fractal relics, which is a pretty just at the drop of a hat, which is pretty good actually. Considering I only have 4k on me, just sitting around for now. That's like a bump towards Fractal God, if and when we get to that point of caring about it or whatever. It's not a great bump, but it's a bump. It might be more worthwhile than anything else. Like, I know you guys like, well, the vouchers are so good. The only other thing that they'd be good for are geodes and bandit crests in the event of us getting the full selection of core legendaries. The Heart of Thorns ones we're not going to care about much. Trade contracts we definitely won't. Magics we won't care about. Elegy mosaics I don't think we care about. Volatile magic we don't care about. And the dungeon ones we don't care about. So it really is, as low as the number is, one of the better things for us to look at on those. Oh, it's only 3k. It's not 30k, it's 3k. Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it? Fuck. Damn. Alright, well, maybe we'll just save that for the legendary thing then. The bandit crests and the thingies, that suddenly seems way, way, way better. Alright. Well, there you go. Look, so there you have it, guys. Got some achievements. Did some sleepy PvP. I'm telling you all now, Wanderer Radiance. Try it out. Try it out. And, got a new outfit. That purchase was pretty good, actually. Oh, let me admire my focus. My foci. Oh, and let me admire my light headgear as well. Oh, we were going to do the eggnog. Wait. You thought it was all over? It's not. Why is my mouse being so weird? All right, you thought it was all over, and it's not. We're going to do the eggnog helmet right here, right now. Okay, so the recipe was 50 mugs of eggnog. Mug of eggnog. So we're going to buy 50 of these. We're going to buy a snow diamond. You can buy these, right? 3 gold. We're going to buy... We might have to craft this one, but we'll see. Superior Sigil of Mischief. Nope. By the way, brilliant Ineptitude build. I kind of want to play Ineptitude in World vs. World on a Mischief Sigil. That sounds hilarious. And then we want to make a Gift of Wood. Gift of Wood, is, if I remember rightly, is Huntsman. So let's do the full craft on our engineer who has Huntsman. Yeah, Inks. Yeah, there you go. Wait, were you here early on the stream? That's what we're doing. We're going to get another headpiece here. Based on your recommendation. From the WP2 VODs. Why do you prefer Tempest over Weaver? For open world and PvE, it's got good spike, good broad AoEs. Like, here's the main reason. Staff is very low quality of life, right? And has the high radius stuff, but it's low quality of life. The rest of Weaver stuff, Dagger Weaver stuff, Scepter Weaver stuff, Sword Weaver stuff, the radius on a lot of the strikes is very narrow, right? It's either very specifically single target, line cleave, or PBAOE, right? Point blank. It's not that good. Tempest can at any time like air overload, especially if you combine it with like fresh air and stuff, which is just this big, broad, high radius thing that just is very comfortable for tagging, hitting lots of stuff. It's got good spike, good power. It's got good resustain properties in it. You know, you're just constantly bumping auras on yourself and regenerating yourself, literally the condition, and giving yourself vigor and just bumping your health up and giving yourself auras. Very high quality of life. Very, very comfortable. It's very good for open world PvE. Like, when I'm in open world PvE, I'm not looking to really, you know... It's a waste of brain power and effort and, you know, time trying, you know, oh, I'm going to play a skillful open world build. Oh, yeah, oh, I'm going to make sure I have to dodge everything. And you're like, fuck that, man. You want to play engaging gameplay? Look at fractals first. Then when they get boring, look at raids. Then when that gets boring, look at world versus world. And then when that gets boring, look at PvP. And each rung of that, you'll find a more engaging and interesting game that comprises more buildcraft and more interaction and more challenging stuff. And then you'll realize it's pointless to even consider PvE anything except something to just get through. And you'll play something like a Tempest build. Okay, so Gift of Wood. Legendary. We need 250 of these. We can craft 660, so we'll just go for that. Yeah, there's good might on it as well. That's a good point as well. WP, thanks for the stream. Made my bus ride to Daegu flyby. I'll tune back in on Saturday once I'm back from Japan. Have fun in Japan, Ronnie. And thanks for spending time with me, man, on this last little moment before your trip. I'm really, really flattered by that. I love the idea of someone like going on holiday or some big trip and it's my stream that they're tuning in on and listening to. That's really cool, dude. Thanks, and yeah, I hope you have a good one. All you're really going to miss out in here is the eggnog helmet for today. You would like if someone would give you their gift of wood? I don't think this is the kind of wood that you're thinking about. This is like... Oh, dude. Guys, I saw the coolest thing ever, right? I'd be amazed if someone in the UK knows exactly what I'm talking about or where I'm talking about, okay? But I went somewhere in the UK recently, right? I was driving along a road. It wasn't like a motorway, it was like an A road, right? And on the corner, like this grassy ledge off the side of the road, you know, there was a substantial space, you know, maybe 20 foot by 20 foot, like, patch of grass near the road, near, like, a turning, right? And some guy had set up, like, a caravan, like a trailer or whatever, that he now lived out of, obviously. He'd just driven it up there, pulled it out, and he was clearly operating his life out of this place, right? And what he was doing on this patch of grass, just like this free area in front of all these cars that would be driving by, is, he was like a wood carver, right? He made art. He made wood art, carvings, massive fucking statues and sculptures, basically. And one of the main ones he had was a statue, a depiction of Groot. You know, from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there was Groot out front. But he had this and lots of other like little statues there. But as we were driving past, this dude looked so cool, right? Because he was working. So what he'd done is he'd come out the front of his house where he'd lived. He basically, obviously, like picked up his life and just decided, this is what I'm going to do for it. I'm going to follow my art. I'm going to follow my passion. And what I presume he does is he carves and he crafts this stuff, and then people see it in the cars as they drive by, and if they want to buy it, they pull up and they buy whatever he's got. And he's just like sort of advertising to the world as he creates these things. He just creates the art and then just sells it on the fly off the side of the road like that. But as we drove by, he was making something new, you know, so he had all these statues out. To put it in Guild Wars nerd terms, it's like, you know, you're out the front of Ayres Lodge in Holbrack, right? It's literally like that, you know. Ayre has all these stone sculptures. This guy had all these wood carvings. And he was working as we drove past. And so you had this guy who was like wearing all this like heavy-duty face protection. But the way he carves is with a chainsaw. He was like a chainsaw artist. So he had this big fucking heavy-duty chainsaw going to town on like this wood, right? But he was like standing there looking all buff like in the sunshine. And he had no like shirt on, right? So he was like this shirtless, like bearded, hippie-looking dude with like this big stuff on his face, like working on his art. And I just thought that looks so liberating and like free and pretty cool. And anyway, like I just had a snapshot of seeing this dude just like living his dream or doing whatever as we drove past. And I don't know, there was no reason that stuck with me. Anyway, that's the kind of gift of wood that we're making here, okay, guys? All right, we're not talking about penis. There you go. That's my little story. I had to give you something while we crafted loads of planks, alright? Why you guys are doing the gay thing? No, he looked cool, guys. It's not like a gay thing. He looked cool. All right. It was just looked awesome. It was just like this fucking dude just like going to town with this chainsaw. It was awesome. It just seemed so, and it was like the right mix of like being safety conscientious, but also sort of like not giving a fuck to an extent. I don't know. Okay, and you know, it's admirable as well. Not many people have the courage to do something like that this dude had clearly done. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe some like privileged asshole that actually lives in some fucking fuck off house around the corner and it's just like a front. But something tells me it wasn't. Yeah, my pop gave that a shot. Wasn't a great looking owl, but he did what he could to chainsaw carve an owl. That's really cool, Yukon. I don't think anyone is worrying. Super cute boy 123. Appropriate name, by the way. Alright, here you go. So the Mystic Forge recipe. I did not know this was in the game. I bow down to MMO Inks and the wiki help there. Look at that. We get a triple unlock. Eggnog helmet. Now, Inks and we get Mystic Forge daily. Oh my god, Mystic Coins. So important, guys, right? Now, here's what I want to see. I want to see it on an Asura. Because apparently... Oh, we are on an Asura. Well, whatever. I'll go on to this anyway. Apparently, Ink says he wears it on an Asura and people always ask him what it is. Apparently. Yeah, Cordis, it is. It's like I think they do that with ice sculptures as well, don't they? I don't know how you can create anything like intricate or detailed with something as unwieldy and large as a chainsaw. I mean, I wouldn't even know how to begin. Like, I guess that's a part of the art. The spectacle of something's creation can be rolled into the artistic value of a thing. You know, you might say that that's actually that's kind of a tacky quality. You know, that's kind of a low rate thing. Like maybe art should transcend its creative process. You know, maybe true art, the best of art, you don't need the backstory, right? I think that's a pretty compelling argument to me. You know, like when you go to a subreddit for like images, you know, photography, people will take pictures of shit, right, that they think looks interesting or thought-provoking in some way. But a lot of the time, they'll tell a story in the title, right? They'll sway your opinion with the title. And quite often it's done in a really like tacky way. Sometimes it's done in quite a compelling way. Like it'll be a picture of like a desolate wasteland, right? With a single gnarled, bent over, rotting tree. Surrounded by nothing but barren, cracked earth, right? And there's nothing there. And the picture is called like Flourish, right? Like the title is the word flourish, right? And then what that does though is you like you have a different response to the piece of work based on what it's been titled compared to what it actually is for itself, you know. And you might get snooty about that. You might feel that that's not the right way to go about things, you know. Yeah, this is kind of interesting, Inks. This is really weird. I like how shiny it is on top. Yeah, right. That's not very hashtag deep, I know. But you get... it's a principle I'm giving you. It's not the specifics, right? You could... some version of that that's actually interesting. It's like upvote farming on Imgur. Well, there's the even tackier that's like... It's just a picture of like a random guy. It's like a guy giving a thumbs up, right? It's literally just a dude in a generic place with a generic haircut and a generic face giving a thumbs up. But the title is, "This is my boyfriend Billy. He got stage 3 pancreatic cancer and the symptoms showed up really late and we used to really enjoy playing Guild Wars 2. And it's posted to the Guild Wars 2 subreddit and it's like the third most upvoted thing of all time, you know. Oh shit, look at this. This actually looks, it's actually flowing. The liquid is actually flowing. Oh, but see, all this detail is lost on an Asura. That's not... that must look great on a Char or something. Commie, can you stop calling me dense and stuff? For real. That's really awesome, though. I love the thing. It must look awful on a Char. Well, I just think a Char or something that's big so that it actually, like... is visible, you know. On an Asura, you're not going to pick up on those details quick enough. Try it out, the mug is smaller on them. Is it really? Yeah, it is bothering me a bit. I think it's unnecessary. I don't know what it is. I don't know why you got to get the right. It's dyeable? Can you dye the liquid? Oh my god, yeah, it's got 4 channels. Oh, you can't dye the liquid though. Oh, it's interesting. You could go really intricate with it. Look, look, look. You can dye the backing of the rim. Wow. Look, this is some serious Barbie stuff right here. Look, we have to go reds and green because that's winter. That's too dark. Yeah. And then we have to go like a nice high contrast kind of. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at the detail comes popping out on Scourge there. Yeah. And then we'll go like a nice kind of brown here. The enameled emblazed. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be nice and brass now with that metal. Oh yeah. Look at that. What do you guys think? Good? Bad? I think I got the details out of it. But, hey, what? Who am I kidding? You guys can't see in the kind of 1440p detail I'm looking at here. This has more dye channels than the legendary armor. Does it really? They didn't go 4 for every piece? Wow, this one only has 2. Well, I don't know though. It's not always about just more, right? Like, how many channels would you want here? Probably 1 for crystal, 1 for the front of the mask, maybe 1 for the little dots on the mask, and then 1 for the backing bit. So yeah, you could get 4 out. Honestly, yeah, I kind of agree. You could get 4 out on that. Not a single one of them has 4. Is that true as well? Yeah, 3. I love the little globe on the base of Meteorologicus. There's so many cool details on Meteorologicus. I love that. Alright. Okay, good. So, finally, we will admire, as we attempted to do a few minutes ago, the headgear section. Alright, we're now at 184 out of 190. We are missing the new map, the newsletter, the new map, and World vs. World, Worm. The stinky mask from Worm. That's it. So I guess Worm should be something I really look at soon. And you guys know, it will only be a couple of streams, right? We're getting through these achievements so quick that we will be on Dragonfall pretty fast. I don't know how much a starter guidance will do because this is all the Sun's Refuge and stuff. So maybe there's a lot on Sun's Refuge, on starter guidance, but it doesn't look like there's much left. When I scroll here, this doesn't look like a big deal. All or Nothing has like all the Chasing Tails stuff, but it's unlikely we'll do all of that in one. We'll probably get the unique things, and then we'll be on to War Eternal afterwards. Poor WP didn't do the newsletter. Well, I might have. I might Control F my mail or something and see. Why don't I do streams in the evening? Well, there's a whole thing about why I did them for breakfast. When we get past 90 days, I'm looking at reconfiguring things, and they might become evening streams as well. So, yeah, but we'll have to see. All right, guys, that's going to be it. That's Mars for today. Good amount of progress. I'm not going to drag it out any further. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for checking out the pre-stream PvP stuff today as well. Thanks, Ratchi, for helping with the escort. Thanks for the keg brawl help, guys. Thanks for the 2 Blackline keys. Thanks for the chat and the company. It's been really cool. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much for the support and everything, guys. Have a great night or a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Same time, same place. You can hang out on Discord in the meantime. See you guys there. Cordis, no, I have not decided which server I'm going to do World vs. World on.